Hello and welcome to Jack Esplin Oval for week one of the QAFL Finals Series, and we've got a ripper matchup this afternoon. Morningside, the home team, taking on Surfers Paradise, last year's grand finalist. My name's Jack Fulham. Alongside me on the gantry this afternoon, my good friend Nick Davis. Nico, it doesn't get any better this time of year in Brisbane. The weather is nice, if a little blustery, and we should be greeted with a fantastic game this afternoon.
Oh, Jack, thank you. This is what it's all about. This is Queensland football at its very, very best. You can see that slight balding grass, very natural at this time of year, but that's okay because, Jack, I'm excited to see these two teams face each other. As you mentioned, last year's grand finalists, but also last year's prelim finalists, only less than a kick away from making it through to the big dance. And, well, what a season both of these teams have had, but this is where it gets done. This is the business end of the season. We've seen these lists change over a little bit, get consolidated, but now a home game for Morningside to really set up their run. They could make a lot happen today. See Wiley Buzzer, he's looking dangerous today. He's looking all smiles. Shaq as well. This is a dangerous day for Surfers. They've come up the highway and they've got a lot of work to do.
Well, those two teams are familiar with one another. They actually played last week. They played out a thriller. There was a one-point game with Morningside getting the chocolates, but plenty of cavalry coming in for both sides. The captain for Morningside, Brad Hodge, is back into the side, as well as Tommy Horn. Surfers have also got a few reinforcements. So both of these sides primed for a big afternoon down by the river here in Morningside as the teams put their final preparations on. We're a couple minutes away from the bounce, and don't forget, we will be voting on the MVP for this game.
That we will.
So I think you're in charge of the votes this afternoon.
Yeah, well, I'll also put it out the comment section as you're watching here on YouTube right around the country, because why wouldn't you on a day like this? This is just beautiful conditions, but make sure you drop your suggestions. You may favour our vote, but you probably won't, but just try anyway. Let's see those engagements up. Yes, this is the TPIL Lawyers qualifying final for this year's QAFL, and what a beautiful day we've got down here, Jack. The flag is flying high. As you mentioned, that wind, it is blowing straight towards our central commentary position here, but that doesn't seem to be worrying the locals at all. The can bar is set up very, very nicely. And, Jack, so is that midfield from Morningside.
You think it's going to favour the left hand, well, probably the left of your screen as you're watching at home, viewers, this left-hand side. But it is mostly blowing across the ground, so I don't think either side is going to take too much advantage for this Morningside midfield. Well, they've been humming all season long. They've got plenty of class in there. Tommy Horn is fantastic. Garrett McDonough is one of their stars across half-back, and then Surfers Paradise. Aren't they loaded with ex-AFL stars? Hugh Greenwood setting himself for a big game today. Zach Smith in the ruck, and then you've got a couple of blokes that have been doing it at QAFL level for a few years now. Matt Doran and Ben Woodburn, who have been fantastic campaigners for Surfers Paradise. I'm excited to see them go around.
Yeah, I think it's going to be that man Woodburn. If the Surfers are going to get up today, the charge is going to be led by him. He is a ferocious attacker of the football. He will throw himself at that damn thing, and when it comes down to the crunch, in red time in every quarter, you know he's going to be the man that's going to be back on the field. They'll rest him appropriately and then get him back out there, because if anyone can turn a game on its head, it's going to be that man, Benjamin Woodburn.
We might be in the first week of QAFL finals, but the Bond University QAFLW, that's at the Pointy-Head prelim final taking place between Cooperoo and Bond University. 4 p.m. today. That's also on YouTube.
Don't go anywhere.
The winner will meet Southport in the grand final next week. So if you're not happy with the way that we're calling this one, you can switch over to the prelim final in the QAFLW from 4 p.m. That is available as both teams break from their huddles and head out to their respective possessions. We are less than a minute away for a start here at Jack Esplin Oval. Final tip?
Look, I think Morningside should be just too good at home, but I'm very excited to see what Surfers Paradise are capable of. This is a unit that's been built together for a very long time. We've had the pleasure of calling them for a couple of years now, and from what seemed like quite a young upstart team, they've managed to really just amalgamate their youngs and their senior players. So if they can get everything right, they could give them a shot. But right now it's Morningside for me.
We've got plenty of exciting players Morningside. One of your favourites, Shaq McLeod, going around. This afternoon he's had a fantastic season. And Blake Coleman as well, starting on the bench this afternoon, the brother of Brisbane Lions, Gideon Coleman. So we're not far away from a start, and the ruck battle between Brad Hodge and Zach Smith is going to be crucial this afternoon till the best big men in QAFLW footy. All thanks to TPIL lawyers. Let's get this one underway. Smith and Hodge do battle. Smith won it down, then couldn't take a clean disposal. Greenwood left it behind. Little kick forward for Morningside. It was Purslow getting on the end of it. Couldn't get a clean handball away. Went back in Purslow, put it on his boot. Ball dribbling inside forward 50. Working close to the boundary line there is Castle. Kept it back and then got it back there to Rolls. Rolls linking up at the top of the arc to Holby. Holby will kick this one high to the hot spot in the goal square. Staying down to ground level was Tanks. Oscar Tanks has kicked the first. Classy finish on the left foot. In the right place at the right time, and Morningside make the perfect start. 1 straight 6. Surfers Paradise yet to score. We've played 30 seconds.
Yeah, didn't rush that football coming in. Just swung it out to Rolls out there in the half-forward line, and that's exactly what you want. Get it up in those conditions. Get it high to your bigs. Let them tap it down, and that is how you row. That is forward craft at its very best. Oscar Tanks giving Morningside the perfect start to this context, all within the space of a minute.
And I love the effort of big Kai Purslow here at half forward. Had to go in a couple of times to try and extract the footy. Just kept going after it, repeat effort, and eventually was able to win the football and send Morningside into attack.
So here we go again. Morningside underway. Good contest in the middle, roved hard. It's going to be dangerous in there. Purslow just bangs it forward again. A man down behind play. When play goes on, caught underneath was Batoli. Simmons couldn't quite get hands to it. But now they've got it over the top. Castle's looking dangerous. Overran it though. And now the Demons can escape out to centre wing. Looking for the target there in Snowball. Excellent punch there. That's the stuff that lifts teams in finals.
That was White Greenaway coming across to affect the contest. Great defensive effort.
Got to watch how that ball gets caught up in that wind there. It's going to sit a lot. And for all us viewers and, of course, us here in the commentary box, Jack, we're going to see a lot of action here on this broadcast wing. So the umpire have some work to do into this breeze. It's going to go high and it's going to drop short as the big men go out off the boot and to the boundary umpires. And in fact, that is the lasso that did come off the boot. Having a quick chat about it, whether that was intentional or not.
Well, we've got 3 in now, and it looks like the field umpire is going to overrule the boundary umpire. Was very clear on it. Played the lasso straight away. Field umpires come in to overrule him.
All
so we're going to have another throw in.
Well, Jack, it's the first week of finals. We want to see correct decisions being made, so I don't mind them getting it right and going the extra couple of 30 seconds or so just to sort that out. So here we go again.
So Smith and Hodge, this is going to be a ripping ruck battle. The 2 big men wrestle. Greenwood just hacked it out of mid-air. It landed on the chest of Callanan, and now thumping it forward there is Knees. Inside forward 50. Front position, I think it was Dawson. No, it was Harry Arnold. And Harry Arnold gets the free kick as Wood came across and took the arms. So he goes short to Greenaway. He's had a couple of nice efforts in the opening moments of this game. We've played 3 minutes. Morningside lead by 1 straight kick. The kick up towards centre wing. Jewell out the back there. Couldn't complete the mark. McLeod lurking. On top of it was Batoli Simmons. Woodburn managed to extract it. Got it there to Jewell. And a little kick around the corner has been intercepted by Purslow.
Purslow, who actually went down 30 seconds earlier, found himself right place, right time. Ball just dipping at the feet of Buzzer. Couldn't get to it. Surfers managed to keep it in. And ended up where it should, over the boundary line. But yeah, Purslow didn't get up too fast from that last contest, but just found himself right place, right time. Thought he might give the give and go to McDonough, because the run, especially in these wind conditions, is going to be very, very necessary. If anyone, probably kicking to that left of screen. Boundary umpire launches it again, just trying to find his range. Both big men wrestle and run into the turf as well. Pressure goes up in finals, Jack, and we're going to see a lot of that today.
He's got a difficult job, this boundary umpire, because he is launching it into the wind. Smith won it down. Woodbirdie's in there, I think so is Doran. And another stoppage. So ball a kick and a half from home for Morningside. And 65 metres out. Broadcast side. Hodge won it down and then picked it up at ground level, just toe poked it forward. Oh, coming in there, did well, was Jones over there. Kick up towards centre wing. Kennedy got out the back, managed to gather. Handball to Snowball, who's darting inside. He'll take a bounce, Snowball. Thinking about a second, turns him forward to Knees. Knees quick hands. This is Kennedy. Kennedy squares it up to the top of the arc. That's a good kick, found Gordon. Gordon played on and was run down. But inside the protected zone, and it'll be a 50-metre penalty. Well, that is lucky for Kane Gordon. I thought he was off to the races. He was mown down by Batoli Simmons, but we'll get the 50-metre penalty to take him within 10 metres of goal, and almost certainly will kick Surfer's first goal of the game.
Oh, you'd have to think so, Jack, and Batoli Simmons' teammates will be getting around him because, if anything, he was anticipating that, and just a game of Simon says lost it for him there. Nothing wrong.
Coming in for the top of the arc, he puts it through. Surfers get their first goal of the afternoon. Kane Gordon, the beneficiary of a 50-50-50. And he'll come straight from the ground. Scores are tied 5.5 minutes in.
As I said, they knew he was about to go there. As we said, when it comes to stand rule, you have to wait until he calls play on. Even if he moves off that line, you have to wait for that call. Maybe lost in the wind, but we know servers are going to trigger run every single time. So if I was hating Batoli Simmons, I wouldn't be too mad about that. Neither should the coaching staff. But, well, we're all square. 6 minutes gone, Jack.
I did love the lead-up play coming into that one, though. The squaring ball to half-forward was fantastic, Vicky. So Wood has gone into the ruck. He'll get the clearance for Surfers. Kicks up towards half-forward. Chapman playing in front. Took the mark. Plays on quickly. Goes into the goal square. Was knocked away by the Morningside defence. And they'll get out of danger. High up and under ball. Close to the boundary line. It bounces there in front of Alice. And Alice sees it across. Lasso rule free kick. Didn't get a hand on it. So taking the free kick is Niche. 60 metres from home as the wind starts to howl. He'll backtrack here. This is Billy Beardsall. Love alliteration in a name.
Ironically with a moustache.
Beardsall retreats even further to Mullane. Mullane, spearing kick into the middle of the ground. Found Broadbent. Broadbent goes across. That's a dangerous kick. Intercepted. Kelly Castle got a hand on it. Can't get a clean possession. Just taps it forward. The Surfers cavalry comes in. Buzzalade, a good tackle. We'll have a ball up on the point of the square at half forward for the Panthers.
Maybe it's nerves in this final, or just the inability to hit their radar. Get those kicks a little bit lower in these wind, because just that extra half second of the ball holding up is doing both teams in right now. Batoli Simmons does the tackling, and we'll have another stoppage. Smack bang on the half forward flank. Morningside kicking the left of the screen. We've got Hodge just whipping it out the ruck, down in the other direction. Couldn't quite get it clean. Gets the hand pass up, back to Castle. Castle around on the right foot. He's gone for it. And through to the near side of the post. But that was a good build-up from Morningside. So clean out the ruck by Hodge. They got a 1 point lead, 7.5 gone first term.
It's been a tale of two ways of moving the ball. Surfers kick mark game where Morningside have surged it forward and had their runners at ground level to kick out a full back. Nice managed to get a hand on it before it went over the line. So the throw in around 70 metres out. Panthers have done the majority of the attacking in this first quarter. They lead by a point. We've played 8 minutes. So Oscar Wood has gone into the ruck against Hodge. Ball is allowed to bounce. Now Wood picked it up, put it on the boot quickly. Kennedy has to make a contest, had to fly from behind, knocked it away from Dawson. At the fall of the ball there was Alice, spun around in the tackle and then had his handball intercepted. Surface through the middle, Larkston got it off. Now the kick inside forward 50 from Leah Camchi. And that's a good mark taken in defence there by Malikan. And Malikan will relieve the pressure. Comes across his defensive goal face to Greenaway. Greenaway has a man on short in Beavers Brown. Opts not to use him. Goes inboard. The Panthers holding up under pressure here.
So just looking to control the tempo of the game there. Just execute out the far side of the ground. Kicks to a 1-on-1. Coleman works hard, but excellent defence. And that's the thing, I think, keeping a really tight leash on Blake Coleman this afternoon will send Surfers a long way towards winning this game. We know what he can do. We know he can turn a game. You're going to have to stay with him. Ball back in. Hodge, 2 hands down in front. On that front position well. Looking dangerous going forward. Holby was there first, but he's met immediately with a strong tackle. So both teams will feel each other out, Jack, and I was going to say, intensity not quite there, and I think the wind's doing that, but you wait if this drops away. You.
So ball comes inside forward 50. Was overrun by a couple. Awkward bounce there for Cameron Reeves, and now Surfers will go forward. It's a long kick towards half forward. Greenwood flew from behind, got a hand on it, brought it to ground, then was first to win the race for it. But that's a strong tackle by Harrison Arnold. No free kick, but Morningside will go forward. Now the whistle is blowing. Now they come forward, rolls to Arnold. Arnold, that's a good kick towards centre wing. Cameron Reeves has it. Has Bumper on for a lead, opts not to use him. And now with the outside of the boot, that was a poor kick, turned it over. Now Surfers have it. Ball allowed to bounce by knees. Coming across, it was a good tackle. And we'll have another throw in. So it's just been stoppage after stoppage. A throw in on centre wing right between the two interchange gates. The Panthers leading by 1 point, 10.5 minutes in TPIL Lawyers. Finals football, QAFL.
Got to hit those low kicks of conviction today. Another boundary throw in on this commentary wing. Wood works hard for front position, but Hodge holds him well. Little tapped out. Grabbed with authority there. Manages to keep it in as Tommy Horn held. Gets the ball on the boot of Tanks. Kick the opening goal down towards half forward now. 2 on 2. Managed to win the ground ball. Did he done his head? No umpire's called an advantage. Going long in the buzzer direction. Well chopped off. Really well chopped off. He's an escape and have to switch hard into that wind. As we said, conviction required. So Morningside probably with the ascendancy in these last 5 minutes. They need to arrest some of the momentum. Mullane chips out wide. Morningside defence getting set. They're going to do everything in their power to lock this in. They're very dangerous when they get out over the back. It's King, the half-back flank. Called the play on now by the umpire. He's just going to go long down the line. Big fly from the back, the only one that read it right. And here they go at the back via Carrigan. Carrigan going long in the direction of Gordon. It's just going to be about the bounce, and he read it better there than Vetus Brown. Little chip over the top, well done. Finds Jack Rolls, and now they're away through the middle of the ground.
Beautiful kick. Will it bounce for Tanks? It does, but Tanks coming the other way was Jones. That was a big collision. And he looks down, but King, they'll come through the middle of the ground. Here's Jones again. Beats a tackle, kicks it up towards the 50. There's a man out. That man is Chapman, 55 from home, goes to the top of the square where Smith is there, was being held. Will get the free kick at the top of the square. So Zach Smith to go back and put the Demons in front. Well, his defender just got worried there. And why wouldn't you? He's a man mountain. And was dragged to the ground before he had a chance to mark the football. Zach Smith to kick his first of the afternoon, and the Demons second. They hit the front. 2 straight 6. The Panthers 1-1-7. It's a 5-point ball game. We've played almost 13 minutes on TPIL Lawyers QAFL Finals footy.
Well, it didn't work out for them the first time, but I like the way they just sheltered around, trying to cut through that Morningside defence. Good turnover. We see Billy Beardsall, who's involved in that contest there, where the turnover occurred at half back for the Demons. He's come to the bench. He's hobbling a bit on that ankle. We'll keep an eye on that. You don't want injuries early on, but you're right,
That was
Jack.
a big contest between Tanks and Beardsall, and well, neither player took a backward step, which is what you like to see come this time of year. Surfers definitely not overawed by having to come up here to Morningside. They've started well.
If anyone can fight the M1, then anything's easier after that. Shovels the hands back now. And now they're away for the middle. Tanks, that man you just mentioned, gets it going through the centre. Looks for the hit-up lead at centre forward. That's how you hit him on these days. Waters rolls around to the right foot in the buzzer direction. He's sandwiched in between. Little tap over the top. Buzzer keeps his feet. Now he's roving over the top. He's got a man by himself in the square. Shaq, can he get it? No. Wrapped up, strong tackle. Albie Jones desperate in defence. And now the Demons, after a heart-stopping moment there, have managed to keep their composure. And now let's see how they escape this defence. Not out of trouble yet. Little clever hands over the top. Doran's got it now. Left foot, looking long down the line. Looking for McGuinness. McGuinness couldn't get it first time. Wrapped up the second. Can he get clean hands? Yes, he does. Morningside pressure everywhere. And takes him to ground at half-forward flank. And, geez, you're nervous there for a second for the Surfers defence.
Well, McLeod, he had a chance, couldn't get boot to ball. Albie Jones came in. Umpires picked out a free kick in the ruck here. Woodburn wanted to run off with it. Umpire said, no, you don't. Give it back to the big ruckman. He earned it. So it's Smith. Well, Smith ran himself into trouble. Managed to get it to Carrigan, who backtracks to Woodburn. Chipping kick to the edge of 50. That was beautifully weighted, and Callanan has it. Will take his best kick because he'll have to kick it from just on the arc. But can they kick their third? It was well worked.
Well, he pinched that one from Gordon there, who come out a long way for that 40, who now sneaks around the second time. That is the mark of a forward who didn't get his first lead. He wants it. It's a big kick, and this Swirly Breeze is going to take his best effort.
So Jake Callanan, ambling, stuttering run up from right on the arc. He's made good contact with it. Will it come back? No, it doesn't. Missed to the left-hand side. A minor score. Surfer's first blemish of the day. 2-1-13. Morningside 1-1-7. 6-point margin.
15 and a half gone first term. McDonough, the kick-out duties. Unsurprisingly, he's going to run it. As long, turns his man, did well. Put that low to the ground. So Morningside really looking to gun it out of there. Look how much ground McDonough's already made. He's already got it back at the half-back line. And he's looking to move it on again. There's the overlap. Now they're away, the Panthers. Striding through was Melican. Over the top, looking long in the forward direction. Look at the roving. And he's run down from behind. He's not going anywhere. Excellent defensive pressure.
Well, Kelly Castles was licking his lips. He saw an open goal and then got mown down. So the Surfers defence have come in clutch, haven't they, Nick?
Oh, they really have, and there's a trying conditions. And this is what they would have really steeled themselves for to really stop any onslaught from the Panthers in the first term. If they can just hold them, if they can just get these overlaps and work their way through, this is going to be their biggest advantage.
The ball comes long down the line. It was punched away. Ball at the edge of 50. Batoli Simmons, chipping kick. Here's Holby snapping from 40. It's hit the post. It bent around far too much. It looked good off the boot, but that wind got a hold of it. And it cannons into the post. And a big let off for the Demons as they bring it out down this outer side. The kick goes up towards centre wing. McDonough there. Coming back to the flight of it was Jewell. Umpires picked out a free kick. It's going McDonough's way. So the Panthers will reload. Go back inside forward 50, you'd think. Through the prodigious boot of McDonough. And that's what he does. Goes long. Drops this one to around 20 metres out. Castle working out the back. In fact, it's Big Shaq. Shaq McLeod. Took it off hands. Ran into an open goal. Panthers have their second.
Well, McDonough just got so much height on that kick, and we're wondering which way the wind might be blowing. It's definitely going to the left of your screen, and saw that going over the back of the pack, read it perfectly, and you're not going to catch him at that stage there. McDonough coming off for a well-deserved rest, and well, Shaq on the board in the first quarter is a real warning sign for
Your
Surfers.
man, Big Shaq.
Well, I'm very excited for a big day for Big Shaq. So 2-2-14, Morningside.
Ripping start.
Retake the lead, 2-1-13, Surfers Paradise. This is the qualifying final live from Jack Esplin Oval, one of the great suburban grounds here in Brisbane. This is what finals action is all about. Both teams have brought their best, and we're in for a massive afternoon. Wherever you're watching, right here on the AFL Queensland YouTube channel.
All in the middle. Hodge won it down. Here's Woodburn with Batoli Simmons hanging off him. Couldn't get a clean disposal. Hodge, the big man, put the head over it, picked it up, kicked it up the chimney. Was knocked forward by Batoli Simmons. They're at the edge of 50 here, the Panthers. Waters overran it. Woodburn, slick hands. Oh, strong tackle.
No!
Gordon got absolutely rinsed.
He didn't see him coming.
It was Harry Arnold who ran him down. Now with the free kick inside forward 50. That's a beautiful kick. Oh, McLeod bounced off his chest and then he lost his footing over the line. We'll have a throw in.
Yeah, got big on Big Shaq there.
Oh, he should have swallowed it. So throw in 45 metres out. The boundary umpire takes a couple of paces inboard. The wind dies down just on cue for him. Ball back into play. He's knocked down. Slick hands. Here's Greenwood. Greenwood just had to hack it forward. Front position there was Dawson, and now it falls to Holby. Holby from the edge of 50. Has he got the range? Yes, he has. What a finish from Tristan Holby. And Morningside take the lead. Their third goal of the afternoon. And that was slick work from Holby.
Well, he was just finding his range a couple of minutes ago, just learning how to work with that wind, because he hit it perfectly. Didn't come through that time, but he read that incredibly off the boot. Had to sail through, and that's a team lifter right there.
Well, you'd say they've had the better of the quarter, Morningside. There's been finals intensity starting to cut through. Some of the tackling has been fantastic. Oh, hard, dry ground as well. There's going to be some sore bodies in the morning. So Hodge wins it back. Here's Batoli Simmons, gathered, went on the right. High ball to the edge of 50. Coming out was Coleman, who took it on his chest. Coleman has a man on. That's a good kick. Found Cameron Reeves, who snuck inside the forward 50. We'll have to kick this one from around 45.
Yeah, it's taken about 20 minutes, but they finally worked out the read of the ball in this wind. You see Coleman just using class and speed to get to the drop of that. Knew it would drop short. And DCR, he's been in this team for a while. Very dangerous when he floats forward like this.
So Cameron Reeves will have to start it out to the right and hope to work it back a little bit too far to the right. But look at it come back with the breeze. Doesn't make the distance, but has been marked in the goal square.
Took the pitching wedge to that one, Jack.
And from point blank range, Morningside will have their fourth.
Well, just a couple of goals bled there by Surfers. Fought incredibly hard, and as I said, I've really enjoyed their movement out of their back line, but a couple of times just straight out of the centre, that's just where they appear to be leaking. Really need to tighten up in the middle. At the same time, Morningside can capitalise on this right now. I think we may have underestimated just how strong this breeze is blowing to the left of screen. Very keen to see what Surfers can do with this in the second term, but right now, Morningside could blow this out. If they can get a couple more goals on the board right now, 6 goals into quarter time, it's going to be a massive, massive advantage. Surfers need this next one back.
13-point lead is big.
Let's go at it. Better there, but smothered off the boot by Batoli Simmons. That is finals pressure, and here they go forward again. It's just bouncing the Panthers' way at the moment. Got to be good with the body. Just kept his head down. Shovels it out. Baxter Ellis runs past 1, 2, 3. Handballs back towards the corridor to that man Holby. He's been good with that right boot. Riding for front position. Couldn't quite bring it down, Coleman. Woodburn, they need their general in there right now. They need good decisions made. Kicked out long, wide of the wing. And that was smart footy by the veteran. Snowball. He's got his hands. Takes on the man. Couldn't quite get past him, but now he did. His dad will love that one. Kicks to the 1-on-1 down in 50. Races on. Nelson gets there first. Cops a big, big smother in support. Hands back to McDonough. McDonough, he uses time, he uses speed, he uses skill. Back in and around. Gonna take the man on, is he? He's in trouble. Gone, got him.
Well, the Admiral Nelson took on too much.
Oh no, but when the big locomotive Gordon comes through, he just snaffled him. Probably just a little bit too long handling it around, but that's pressure, that's what you need. More Surfers Paradise looking for something to get them back into this game, and that's what you want to see from your forwards. Pressure, chase, just relentless around the contest. Now Kane Gordon, it's going to be a tough kick. That wind is strong right in his face. The left foot of Gordon skies it, might not make the distance. Falls to the front, good strong mark.
So it was Dawson who took the mark, goes wide to the outer side. Taints is marked. And then they move it through the middle of the ground with a kick, overshot Horn. Surfers there, Doran. Quick little handball over the head to Woodburn. Woodburn's kick was poor and has been cut off at the edge of defensive 50. And going back inside the 50 is Vivas Brown. And just content to calm it down. Not too long left in the quarter. This is Arnold. Arnold looks wide. And McDonough. And a little kick back inboard to Vivas Brown. McDonough comes round for the handball, low spear and kick. That is a beautiful kick into the middle of the ground where Holby's found some space. They need to get a handle on him. The handball to Alice. Alice chip inside forward 50. It comes off hands. Surfers do well to clear, and that's a beautiful kick up towards centre wing where Gordon is marked.
So Surfers desperately need this next one. Also setting that zone. Not giving them anything but that long kick down the line. Camped underneath it. Well, he's got front position. Oh. Yeah, man in front. Currently playing Matt McGuinness. A little bit lucky there, I'd say, but that's what happens when you hold front. And McGuinness is already off his line. rightfully called to play on, just goes in with the left. Clever kick. Does he have anyone down there in support? No, he doesn't. Great work by the big man Smith. He sent them all the other way. Through for a boundary throw in, 15 metres out from the Surfers' goal. The D's probably against the run of play. They need this next one. Carrigan seems to be down. A couple of Morningside players want to check on him. Good on him. Really close to the contest for life. Keep going with it. So it'll be Zach Smith to do the ruck work. Here's Hodge. Hodge just grabs out of the ruck. Got it. Did get a boot to it. That's not 15. Play on. Now, I reckon there's a hole there. Yes, there was. A little bit excited. Got Matt McGuinness. Behind the line. The defender worked him well. So ball in the hands of Max Nelson. We've gone 25 minutes in this first term.
The Admiral, from the top of his defensive goal arc, goes over the head of the man there, but McDonough picks it up. Holby looks wide at the outer side. It's a one-on-one contest. All Morningside at ground level. Here's McDonough again. Kicks him inside forward 50. Dribbling ball. Jones playing in front of McLeod, who has tapped it forward to safety. Broadbent is there to pick it up. Broadbent's handball was a shocker. Intercepted by Horn. And now the Panthers go back inside forward 50. McLeod setting himself. Coleman is there as well. Could have been a high tackle on the lane. Umpire says no, we'll have a ball up top of the goal square for Morningside.
Coleman was caught in two minds there, whether to compete or just get the Joe the Goose over the back, and both would have been good options. So Morningside looking dangerous. Buzzer, he just grabbed it out of the ruck. They weren't going to let him work his way through. Former captain, power player, doing good things down here at Morningside. Very clever little tap out of the ruck. Unfortunately to no one in particular, the Demons have the numbers. Now they need a transition. Callanan gets it over the top, but that wind decides I want to go to the Canberra. Morningside footy, just short of centre wing. Liam Dawson now, the decision to make. Chips back, Panthers looking to keep control. Waters brings it central. Kicks towards the top of the 50. Really got under it, drops short again. Play's starting to read a little bit better. Good tap. Needs a man in the middle, and they're starting to unlock this Panthers defence. Committed heavily forward there. And now they've got the run. It's Gordon. Couldn't be clean with it. Panthers swarming in a pack. And they've managed to thread it through.
They've been clean with the footy. This is Baxter Alice, who's got a man out wide, had to sit under it, but did well, took the mark. It's Vivas Brown. He marches inside forward 50. It was Zane Pearce, in fact, had the shot a goal. Glad he didn't kick the goal, because I butchered his name. Another minor score. Morningside 4-3-27, Surfers 2-1-13. It's a 14-point margin, and they've dominated this quarter in the last 10 minutes. Morningside, it's been all them. As the long kick comes out of full back, and then he is a strong mark taken out there on the outer side. There's Sam Jewell. So Jewell has men on in the middle, opts to go wide to Callanan. There's been no real fluency in their ball movement. They're forced to go back over the mark again, and now up to a leading Matt McGuinness on centre wing, outer side. Can't be long left in the quarter. Ticking the clock down, Surfers Paradise. They'll be happy to see the break. Kick back towards centre half back where Broadbent is marked. Broadbent comes across. Now there's a man on in Leah Campchi. Leah Campchi can go further afield to Luxton. Coming in to shut that down was Greenaway. So the kick forward, that's well measured. Mark was taken by Tarlington, and now Jones inside forward 50. Well, that is beautifully worked, and Kane Gordon is marked, where he had a shot from earlier today, and they were patient, Dick.
They were, and they had to be, Jack. The 2 and a bit goals down towards the end of the first. And you wouldn't blame them for trying to rush things and trying to force them. Morningside have set their defence so well today. As you mentioned, they've denied them the corridor, but that was smart footy.
Kane Gordon with the neon boots from on 50 for his second goal. It's a wobbly mung of a punt. Doesn't make the distance, and he's marked by Dawson 10 metres out from his defensive goal face. That'll just about be the quarter as Dawson rams it along towards the outer side. One-on-one contest, but a good mark taken out there.
Yeah, Surfers need to get their numbers back. So they got the overlap again, the Panthers, and just in time that siren goes. Well, that's quarter time here, this first qualifying final. Morningside 4-3-27, leading the...
You need a strong team. At TPIL Lawyers, we rise above the pack. When it comes to your total and permanent disability and compensation claims, choose TPIL, the personal injury lawyers. TPIL Lawyers, proud partner of the AFL Queensland.
AFL Nines, it's footy for best mates looking to be teammates. Cardio fiends after a bit of competition.
Legends of the game, looking at making a comeback.
It's footy for when your week's pretty cooked. Or for fitting it in between classes.
It's footy!
It's footy.
It's footy!
It's footy for me. Okay, let's give them 60 minutes of skills, fitness and fun. And let's not forget about connection. We're talking safe, inclusive and modified rules, perfect for newcomers. Okay, super kick on 3.
1, 2, 3, super kick! Woo! Yeah!
Super fun, super safe, super inclusive. Super kick. Tailor-made for 7 to 12-year-olds.
Football club is very, very important in this community. Without it, there's not much else to do in such a small town.
I do believe that there's so much more to sport than just winning.
If my story says anything, it's that you don't need the experience, having the passion and having the want to see the young girls excel.
It's also, to me, a chance to give back to the community.
To find your more, visit play.afl/more to footy.
It's not just an Australian sport. There's a lot of countries that come over and create a home here that can also join in and play the sport to the fullest potential.
All the advice that you get given, it's really inspiring.
Being part of a football team is more than just a game. It's like a family.
To find your more,
Morningside's second quarter. Morningside at home leading by 14 points as the Rucks do battle in the middle. Now remember, there is a breeze blowing to the left-hand side of your screen. Jack Fulham, you called it pre-game, a 2-goal breeze. Probably just heading towards the left side pocket of the goals. Morningside was so good at approaching from that way. Here they go. Unfortunately, the Demons chopped off. Panthers can set up their first foray. Have to deny Panthers this corridor because they've been so good at getting goal side. Starting their run there. Got to push them out wide. This man, McDonough, he's crucial to bring it back in, and he does just that. Purslow in the 31. Told to play on by the umpire. Just looks for the big switch and puts DCR under a bit of pressure. He's knocked off the ball. First hands instead go to Snowball. Swings it back. Jones onto the left. Just looks to be clever. Chips down the line. Good mark. Read it well. Wood. He's going to launch the Demons forward.
So Wood is a kick and a half from home. Called to move it on. Broadbent swings by for the handball. Broadbent's kick. It's a shallow entry inside forward 50. It was a poor kick. It was touched off the boot. As the Morningside player there, Purslow took the mark but was wrapped up, and the umpire said, I'll ball it up. So 40 metres out. 0-0 draw in the ruck. Nelson crashed in there and was taken. Could have been high. Umpire said no. Ball progresses about 10 metres closer to Surfers Paradise's goal. Hodge, great ruck work. Won it down. He's head over the footy. And we'll have another ball up. And they're getting a little bit testy there. I think it was Doran who slung his opponent to the ground. Lucky not to give away a free kick there. It was Holby who he slung, and they're still going on with it. Umpire balls it up. Hodge won it down again. Morningside, quick little kick outside the defensive 50. This is Patoli Simmons, who was wrapped up and then was slung to the ground after the umpire blew the whistle. So a little bit of feeling. McDonough wants to get in there with Broadbent. Testy between the two teams. Smith took it out of the ruck, beat a tackle, handballed it into the path of Snowball, who picked it up, was tackled immediately by McDonough. Ball still pinballing around there, 20 metres out from goal, and then coming up with it is Kennedy, who's got it on the right boot and rammed it home through for a goal. And Surfers Paradise have the first of the second quarter. It was ugly football, but they got the result in the end.
Yeah, there's great body work in that contest as well. I've just got my eyes on Max Nelson from the Panthers. He was meant heavily into Shepherd, and he was completely taken, fairly, but completely taken out of that contest to the point where he was just sitting off in his own world. So the physicality is lifted, and that's what we wanted to see from Surfers. So I've also been watching Big Zachy Smith in the ruck. Now, he's a very good ruckman, and the way that Hodge is dealing with that is by going the body, and he's learned his lesson a couple of times. He said good ruck work earlier from Hodge. I think Smith's decided he's not going to get pushed around anymore.
So this one has tightened up again. It's an 8-point margin. Smith and Hodge. Hodge won it down. Holby handballed it over his head into the path of Doran for Surfers. Doran's high up and under kick towards centre wing. Outer side, McDonald had 2 to work against. Holby was there. Doran, slick hands, and they come down the outer side. This is Chapman, who took a bounce, delivers inside forward 50. It was a 2-on-1 contest. McGuinness was outnumbered, and the ball dribbled through for a minor score. They're 3-2-20, the Demons. Panthers, 4-3-27, 7-point margin.
Oh, it's chopped off as well. Kane Gordon just read that off the boat better than anyone. And then those bright red horse shoes, he's going to go back.
Old Dorothy Gordon.
Well, the good news is this is exactly where you want to be setting up your attacks and angles from. This is what the Panthers did so well. The wind is just blowing across to the near side of goals too. So had his challenges in this first term, but now this is where you want to be kicking from. Gordon to bring it back to a 1-point ball game. Left foot ball. It's across the face. This has been a very hot start from Surfers Paradise. They go to 3-3-21. They trail Morningside 4-3-27. 4.5 gone. Second term, Jack.
So just waiting for the correct footy, because one footy has just been tossed aside. I think it might be a clever kid down there that's just trying to trade up his footy.
Well done. That's an Aussie ball out there. Well done.
So McDonough Goes straight route one, right up the middle. Beautiful kick, hit the chest of Alice, who wheeled around, gave it back to McDonough. Now the long kick has gone out over the back. It's bounced at half forward. It's a one-on-one contest. Batoli Simmons was outnumbered in the end. Risky handball into traffic. McDonough, he still kept running and was tackled without the football. We'll get the free kick around 70 from home. He'll want to move it quickly, McDonough, as the players stride back inside this forward 50. The wind picks up. Called to move it on. No, we've got a downfield free kick. Darcy Cameron Reeves was hit off the ball. Nick, you had eyes on it?
Well, I saw DCR floating down, and McDonough saved his graces after he chose to sit off the pack and defend the contest. But he was getting forward. As much as I haven't seen what happened, he was the closest man down there, so taken out off the ball.
Well, it was Oscar Wood who took him out, and McDonough has come right down and will kick this one from the top of the goal square. He just nurses it through, and well, that is, in finals footy you can't be giving away free kicks like that. And Gareth McDonough makes the Demons pay, and the margin extends back out to 12 points.
Now 50 was paid. McDonough was at the second.
Well, is it
Downfield free kick?
Well, it's an interesting call, because if it's a downfield free kick, the man who got hit, unless he wasn't all right to take his kick, but he seems like he's all good to go.
Then we'll go on the next closest player. So anyway, regardless, it's not going to be a goal anyway. And yeah, ill discipline there from the Demons. They had the first 5 minutes, all the momentum was theirs. And that was just some unnecessary stuff. Ball in the middle, and Smith just brought to ground there. Said he's got to stay strong and physical against Hodge, and he gets his own back. Hodge looking for free kick, not paid. Serve. The Morningside crowd getting a little bit restless at this point. Now there's some heat in this game. Jones first the ball, pushed off it, hands back. Managed to find rolls, swing it through, kick down, wobbly kick. He can read this bounce buzzer through the two Dukes. Just kicked out of the pack. Get it off the Tanks. That's his second for the afternoon. Both goals of opportunism. Well done to Wally Buzzer. Read that bounce just through those big mitts. All of a sudden, that moment of ill discipline, that 90 seconds ago, is really hurting Demons. Morningside 6-3-39. Paradise 3-3-21, 7.5. Gone in the second term of the TPIL Lawyers QAFL qualifying final, and of course the big prize, a home prelim final in a couple of weeks' time. That is what's on the line. And Morningside, well, their tails are up, Jack.
What a finish by Oscar Tanks. Picked it up through traffic. Had a narrow window to kick that footy into. And he managed to put it through. 18-point margin. It's a game high. We're in the middle. Hodge was run down. No free kick. Batoli Simmons got boot on ball. We got a fight on. You stay with the fight. I'll stay with the play. Carrigan, the kick towards half forward. They are still going at it in the middle of the ground. This one is getting ugly. There were punches thrown. It's Hodge, the big man. Who's he going against? It's Oscar Wood. So Wood fighting way out of his weight category. Morningside kick it to the edge of 50. We've got a mark. We'll see who that is on the outer side. Well,
Jack, that was an old-fashioned ice hockey fight, because it was just the two of them going at it. No other teammate decided to go into that contest, because they were
a
little bit more focused on the game at hand. But we might need to have a look. Unfortunately, the camera would have been with the footy. But I reckon Hodge may have just given a slightly stronger jumper punch there.
Well, the match review...
He had him on the ground, he wasn't letting him up.
The match review might come into action this week. We've got a blood rule. So coming off is Zane Pearce. McLeod will go back onto the ground. And having a shot from 50 metres out on the boundary is your man, Gareth McDonough.
So the emergency umpire here has been pretty busy this afternoon. Young Tristan in his tracksuit, he's got to keep his eye on a few things. Hey, mate.
So
doing great things for the junior umpiring community.
So McDonough, he's got East German henchman written all over him.
Remember him, Jack, on the other side. He was the hero.
Goes to the top of the square. Was knocked away. Well done by Kennedy. Came off hands and run down is Mullane. Should have been a free kick. Called to play on. Holby goes to the hot spot. Buzzer doing the roving. Buzzer has a shot on goal. It's fading. And just scraped through for a minor score. 6-4-40, the Panthers. And they have really put pedal to the metal in this second quarter.
Jack, the second 5 minutes of this quarter had a very different vibe to the first 5.
Chaotic energy
this
about
is chaotic. All right, ball back into the middle of the ground. One kick, route one, they went. The Demons. McDonough doesn't let him go anywhere. Got his hands. Play on, says the umpire. Short little kick. That was clever. Now in the hands of Wood. Wood gets it going forward. Just overran it there and chopped off. Harrison Arnold read that better than his man. Composure right now in this very wild game of football just seems to be with the Panthers. Steady heads at the moment. As I said, these are two teams that know how to get it done in September. The Panthers, last year's prelim finalists. Surfers, last year's grand finalists. So neither lacking in the experience at the business end of the season. But Jack, maybe there's a bit of carry on from last week. As we know, a one-point ball game between these two teams. The ball goes to the back of the pack. First arrival was Luxton. Manages to get it back. They've got to be smart here. Clever. That was Perslow. Now, Buzzer, first to it. Gets his hands over the top. This is building now. DCR steps inside. Does a team thing. Looks into the middle. Hands over the top. Great team goal coming out of the Panthers. Kelly Castle bangs it through.
Well, this is exciting run and gun footy from the Panthers. And, well, unselfish work by Darcy Cameron-Reeves. And we've got another fight on. We've got another fight on. Well, they're involved behind play. There's plenty of wrestling. I don't think any were thrown on this occasion, but we'll go back to the goal. Because Darcy Cameron-Reeves, he stepped inside, had plenty of opportunity to go and have a shot at goal, decided to do the team thing, and it ends up with Kelly Castle running in and kicking his first of the afternoon.
Well, he's been a stalwart of this team for years, Jack, and he would have had every right, I reckon, after getting knocked down only a few minutes ago, to get his tail right back up. He would have been raised up, but did the right thing, and said the class starting to come to the top here. As Smith sells some candy. I love to see that from the big man. Ball bounces. Surfers, they desperately need the next one back. Woodburn's not going anywhere because he's outside the pack, and that wasn't him. So ball up 40 metres out from the Surfers Paradise goals. They need the next one, Jack.
Well, that's an understatement. They trail by 25. Morningside haven't coughed up too many leads this season. In fact, they've only lost 4 games. We have another stoppage. As seen down below, as Waters gets a new jumper. Tangs tried to burst through congestion, couldn't get rid of it cleanly. And Surfers will have a shot at goal from 40 metres out. And it looks like the big man, Zach Smith, will be the man to take it. Kicks a goal in the first quarter. Doing everything for the Demons at the moment. Laid the tackle on Oscar Tanks. Big Zach Smith, over 100 AFL games with the Suns and the Cats. Been plying his trade on the coast for a couple of years now. When he ambles, it's coming back with the breeze. That's a beautiful finish by the big man. Surfers strike back and cut that lead back to 19 points. And Zach Smith has goal number 2 of the afternoon.
No, Jack, is there anything more beautiful than a ruckman's ball drop? Doesn't matter how they do it, as long as it works for them. Swirly conditions like this. Fresh jumper there for Waters.
It's moved into the number 13, down from the 39.
So a promotion.
Lucky for some.
So we are back in the middle. Smith with his tail up. This has been a good contest between he and Hodge. Hodge managed to hold again now. He just caught one there. Notice the knee's been getting a little bit higher. I think it's starting to do a number on Hodge. Kicks out wide, foot races on. Here comes Coleman. DCR, his tail's up too. He gets sent over the line by Broadbent.
DCR has worn a few bums.
Oh, hasn't he? But he lives for this. Good day. He's a very solid 2-goaler game forward.
Will Broadbent just gave him the Barnaby Joyce sit-down treatment. Smith trying to take it out of the ruck. Callanan is tackled. Another repeat stoppage. So they've calmed down a little bit. We haven't had a fight for a few minutes.
Oh, no.
Waters and Smith. Waters, there's a free kick.
Tanks played that well.
Oscar Tanks. He's been impressive.
He's been shaking his head.
So Tanks takes off, spearing kick inside forward 50, punched away from McLeod, back to Tanks. It was a great fist on the footy. Travelled all of 25 metres, back to the man that kicked it, who was wrapped up straight away. So the end result is a ball up just outside the arc.
Woodburn wasn't letting him get away with it the second time around. Tanks somehow just gets the ball back. It's magnetically attracted to him at this point. And Woodburn just buries him into the turf again. Woodburn using all his veteran experience there. That's some old school footy. Spins around in the air. Ducks the tackle. Leon says the umpire. Good kick around the corner. Was a touch off the boot? No. Bounces delicately in the forward pocket. Over the line. A very familiar side, Benjamin Woodburn picking himself up off the ground. That man will let the stuffing get beaten out of him, but he will not stay down. So this is dangerous. Surfers cannot afford to concede another goal. Smith sets himself. He'll go up against Purslow here. He backs himself, gets it. Ball goes straight back up again. Broadbent through his hands. Little hands back. Backs to Ellis. Does his man in. Sets himself. This is swinging back in the wind. Baxter! This is his house. Oh, he's the wind beautifully.
And he threw up the little Charlie Cameron revving the Harley as well. What a finish.
What a team lifter. And didn't they love in the social club as well? Morningside 8, 4:52. Service Paradise 4-3-27, nearly 17 gone second quarter.
It was like throwing up the alley-oop for the wind. He threw it up and the wind slammed it down. What a finish. And they have well and truly dominated this second quarter. They lead by 25 points, Morningside. And Surfers are back in the danger zone again. To get back underway in the middle. Waters and Smith. Smith won it almost uncontested. Here's Castles winning the clearance, takes a bounce. Got about a second. Now the kick inside forward 50 in the Purslow direction. Coming across was Broadbent to take the mark. They want to move it quickly here, Surfers. The kick goes up towards Gordon, was knocked away. Ball at ground level. Waters stepped in board. Now goes with the outside of the boot inside forward 50. Shaq will get the free kick. Had the arms chopped. Had a great piece of it. And Big Shaq for his second. Is to make the margin 31 points.
Caden Gordon just got smashed off that ball as well. He's got hands on his haunches. So everything right now with the Panthers, and they are capitalising.
And they've won the physicality battle. So Shaq McLeod for goal number 2 will have to kick it from 45 metres out. Tight angle. Sticks it up into the breeze, but it fades across. And it's been knocked out of play. Out of bounds on the full, in fact. So no change to the score.
Kane Gordon is still with the trainers. He's up and walking, but looking amazing.
And suck him in. Kick up the middle. And short to Jewell. So Jewell with not too many options. He's forced to go wide. That's a beautiful kick. Because he had to kick it into a narrow window there. Found the lane. Now, Lee Campsey with a short little kick. So Surfers struggling to make anything happen. They go into the middle of the ground. Ball is knocked away from Smith. Here's Woodburn. Clean hands. And now the kick over the top. Will it bounce for Luxton? It does. And then he puts the turn on, gets away from a tackle. Forced to backtrack to Snowball, who did the double juke. Put it on the boot inside forward 50. Ball bouncing around down there. Beardsall overran it. Here come the Panthers through the middle of the ground. It's Pearce with a long ball inside forward 50. McLeod is not. He's got Buzzell all alone in around the goal square. Can't get it to him. Oh, Shaq, you've got to move it, Shaq. Now he'll move it. Long ball to the top of the square. Buzzer has to work 1-on-2. Ball allowed to bounce. Buzzer playing for a free kick. Comes back to Darcy Cameron-Reeves, who puts it on the left. Not the required. Purslow gives it back. Here's Alice. Kicked a goal moments before. Fed back inboard to Purslow. To the hot spot. It's been marked by Broadbent. Oh. Well, they left one out there, Morningside.
You know, like on a kids' TV show where you're going, where is he? He's over there. He's over. Is he over here? No, everyone can see except Shaq.
Poor old Wiley Buzzer. Now they link up behind play there and just give a little high five and said, no hard feelings. But secretly, Buzzer would be quite resentful.
The best part is Darcy Cameron-Reeves had no right to be down there, and off the bench smelt an opportunity to taken so long.
Incredibly, the margin's still at 25 points.
The ball slung back in. Smith wrestles out Hodge well. Now they can sling it down the wing. Good mark taken out in front. No one in the Demons forward 50. Goes back over the top to the big man who's going to have to do little man things. He meets that little man indeed. Keeps going. Smith wraps him up. Yes, Zach Smith. Got him. Right now, Zach Smith is keeping his team in it. And eventually Perslow's going to have to give him the footy.
Well, Perslow got taken to Suplex City.
Didn't he? Buried into this what appears to be quite hard turf. Little give and go. Now here comes a run. Hands over the top. Gordon looks around, doesn't have an option. Hands it back. Off the line comes Callanan. Just launches it up into the wind. It's swinging. It's dropping. And great desperate defence of the Panthers. See it through for a rush behind. So it finally hit the scoreboard again. It's been a little while.
Well, Liam Dawson has been such a great defender for a long period of time in this competition. We'll bring it in. We've played almost 22 minutes. Second quarter action. TPIL Lawyers QAFL qualifying final. Morningside, they lead by 4 goals. Buzzer couldn't take the mark. And holding the footy.
Ducked into that
one. It was LB Jones that ducked into the tackle. Holby to take the free kick, just chips it. That's a beautiful kick, gets over the back, just bounces away from Perslow. So it'll be a lasso rule. It was nicely weighted, just didn't get the right bounce. So Hugh Greenwood to bring it in. Former Sun, Crow, Kangaroo. Now Surface Paradise Demon.
Journeyman, it's a nice term we use.
College basketballer. He's been everywhere, man.
Wild. So ball now in the hands. Tarlington is just going to have to launch this one. The Wood direction as front squad. Stolen from the back of the pack and the crowd love it. It's Arnold. Wanders back. Very happy with what he's done, and why wouldn't he be? So true centre wing. Called a play on now by the umpire. Harrison Arnold. Looks towards the top of the 50, buzzes caught in between the pack, DCR Rhodes, it just doesn't fall his way, gets his own footy back. Now the loose hands come through, body from Greenwood, did well, wrapped up in a tackle, he's upside down. We're going to have a ball up, that's 40 metres out from the Panthers goal. We tick towards red time in the second term. Hello, wherever you're watching, this is the qualifying final of the TPI Loyals QAFL, Jack.
Greenwood got the clearance. But it's coming back. It's been marked there by Hodge, the big ruckman. Gives it off to Dawson, who circled around the back, kicked it inside 50, drops around 40 metres out. Coming across was Wood to thump it across the line. We'll have a throw in 45 metres out. Panthers into attack. They lead by 4 goals. We've played almost 24 minutes in this second quarter. And this home crowd, they are up and about. I've seen some good finishing. As Waters took it out of the ruck, couldn't get a clean disposal. Tarlington had to be careful, bumped off a tackle, handballed it to Woodburn. Woodburn to Doran, quick hand. Now Kennedy, well, risky kick into the middle, but it was a beautiful kick. Found Greenwood. Greenwood had Tarlington running past. They're linking up through the middle of the ground here. Here's Knees to Snowball. Snowball has a runner out wide. It's Leah Campchi. They go inside forward 50. Gordon couldn't mark it full stretch. Ball comes to ground level, and the Panthers get out of danger. Big Shaq goes inboard with the handball, and now it fumbles away from Pearce. Surfers Paradise have it again. This is Carrigan. Carrigan, high up and under ball inside forward 50. Big pack forms. All Panthers at ground level. They get out of danger again.
Well, now looking to go straight for the middle, but they're not out of danger. The turnover could be on. Good strong tackle came from Doran, but the Panthers have the numbers. They've got the overlap, and he sees him. Just cuts back in board. That's a good ball. He's got Buzzer where he wants him. Buzzer has it now. He can stride in or do the team thing. Looks inside the middle. Great play, Panthers. Darcy Cameron leaves the footy in his hands. That was too easy off the halfback for Morningside, and it's all coming together. However, Garrett McDonough is hobbling towards the bench. We know he's made of very strong stuff, so
looks to be clutching something upper leg, which is not good.
Never a great thing, but he'll stay off.
Prime movers.
He'll stay off. He's got the half-time break in just a second. I'll keep him off for a little bit, but Darcy Cameron Reeves, the man knows how to be in the right place at the right time. As a team that spends so much time in finals, he's built for the big stage. And Darcy Cameron Reeves puts it through. 5-goal lead now to Morningside. And this has been an electric second quarter from the Panthers, Jack.
Hasn't it? They lead by 30 points, and wow, that surge off the halfback flank, I think it was Rolls bursting through the middle of the ground. The ball use was exceptional. And I like the work that Waters did off the ball here as well, because Buzzer, he had Waters that was 2-on-1, but Waters led up at him, which created the space for Darcy Cameron Reeves to run into. And Buzzer was able to hit that kick. They just look so dangerous going forward, where Surfers Paradise have just opted for the high ball inside forward 50 on too many occasions. So they need one before half-time. Wood is in the ruck. Woodburn, here's Tanks getting the clearance. Ooh, Woodburn's gone down heavily behind play. Now being taken high, I didn't see it cleanly. He'll take the free kick, Ben Woodburn. One of the stars of the TPIL Lawyers QAFL. He's kicked towards half forward. Rock Gordon got a shocking bounce, putting his head over at his Arnold. And another ball up. Just inside the 50-metre arc. 27 minutes played as Garrett McDonough gets some attention. He's getting that hamstring heavily strapped down at boundary level. Another stoppage to come.
So the trainer just alluding to a cork in that upper leg, which is obviously best case scenario. Let's have a quick chat to the girls on the other side of the fence. McDonough, absolute awe from the bloke. So now the Panthers, they just get it banging forward again, and they're under pressure here, the Demons. Buzzer's floating forward. He's all on his own if they can get it to him. Desperate stuff in the contest. Was he held without the ball? No. Cavalry arrives just in time, but Buzzer's still over the back. He's going to bounce his way. Can he run this in? Does it back himself? Darcy Cameron Reeves, guess who? Well, they are working very well together, the combo. The big man Buzzer and DCR.
Well, the first thing Surfers coach will be talking about at half-time is who the hell is playing on Darcy Cameron Reeves, because he has just been able to float down into the forward 50 unattended on too many occasions.
Darcy Cameron Reeves, it has been a wild quarter for this man. 25 out, nearly directly in front. He's put it through the middle. 36-point game. Surfers Paradise will be praying for that siren. They haven't played bad footy, but it's just got away from them. And Panthers machine, it is really rolling into gear. 10-4-64, plays 4-4-28. Nearly gone 29 minutes in this second term. McDonough, well, he's back on the field.
Can't keep him down for too long. Still doesn't look to be moving at 100%. He's going to back himself in to run it off. And well, if things stay the way they are, he'll have a week off to get that body right. Back in the middle, Smith won the hit out. And now doing his own roving, Smith gives it to Greenwood. Greenwood sets sail from home from the edge of 50. It gets right there. It was coming back with the breeze. But his cannon into the behind post. And we'll have a minor score at the goal post. So Surfers 4-5-29. margin is 35 points. McDonough, let's see how that leg holds up.
Well, he does what McDonough does. Just launched it, buzzers, floated down. Every man on the ground flies for that footy. Except Woodburn stayed down. He looks back inboard, gives it to Doran. Doran with work to do, kicks it to the hot spot, just double fisted up in the air. Two Panthers fly at it, that's dangerous. Well, I thought they took each other out there, but it's going to be a Morningside free kick.
Giving a free kick to each other.
All's well that ends well. McDonough in front of the old school scoreboard, which is no longer getting a workout. I say reject modernity and embrace tradition. Clever kick back.
The last time we came here, the kids were
they were
operating.
man, weren't they? I mean, you take the kids, don't scout the scoreboard did nothing wrong. The Panthers don't need to rush at this point. Deep into red time here. Happy to see this go over the line if it does. Yeah, there's the old accidental fumble, but no, it turns out it stays in. Nelson. Admiral sees it over. We have a boundary throw in. Right on the 50 there. Surfers Paradise kick to the left of your screen. They would love at least one more before half time, Jack.
Oh, wouldn't they? This ruck battle has been a beauty between Hodge and Smith. Surfers into attack. All at ground level. It's towed forward by the Panthers. Leading the race out there was Leah Campchi. It's gone across the line. Lasso rule free kick. So Kennedy to bring it in for Surfers. Not much time to work with. They go into the middle of the ground. Mullane, risky kick, but it found Smith leading up. Smith is a kick and a half from home. The kick inside forward 50. That was a beauty from the ruckman. Found Snowball just inside the arc. So Lucas Snowball will have to kick it with every fibre of his being. But this is a big kick on the stroke of half time. Wouldn't be surprised if the siren sound while he's in the process of kicking it. A la Tim Membry last night.
Well, 17 out of 18 clubs loved that. Snowball, he's got a really good boot on him, Jack. This is
You're backing him in.
Desperately needed. I'll back him in.
Slow, deliberate approach from Lucas Snowball. From the arc, he strikes it nicely. That has swung back beautifully. Big goal on the eve of half time for Surfers Paradise. And the margin gets cut back to 29 points. And Lucas Snowball hasn't seen a hell of a lot of the footy. It's his first goal of the game.
Finals football is all about taking your opportunities, Jack. The young man stood up when it was needed.
I'll tell you what, half-time, I'm going to take the opportunity to get stuck into these dim sims that the Panthers can't see.
They look fat and juicy. They look counterproductive to a, healthy football nutrition. Jack, you and I aren't playing.
Thank God.
Ball up again. Smith, you and I have to pick best on ground at the end, and he's doing everything to make his case. Umpire's called a free kick out of that, and it's going the Demons' way. So they're going to want to rush this one. They need one more. Here comes a run up the line. Just didn't see Broadbent. Ball up in the air. Jordan swung it out wide, so can't be long left for the Demons. I reckon they have to throw it, everything at this. Try and get some of that momentum. Another man who's been dominating today, McDonough. Woodburn, he's busy. He's there as well. Clever hand pass over the top. Smith now wide. They've got the options. Ball's going to drop to the hot spot, but no, cut off. Right place, right time, Liam Dawson. And they can cool it here, the Panthers. And that is half-time. Well, Jack, a lot of action right there in that second term, and I think you and I will be going back to have a look at a few replays there, because well, there might be some things looked at later in the week as well, but as it stands, it is 10-4, 64.
And
there's another one we alluded to.
The boys are back into it.
Oh, that one fizzles out a little bit. They can't all be smackdowns, but the heat is absolutely there. 10-4, 64, Morningside. They lead last year's grand final. Surfers Paradise 5-5-35. A spot in the prelim final at home on the line. Don't go anywhere. A massive second half here at Jack Esplin Oval. Coming right up. You are watching the qualifying final right.
You need a strong team. At TPIL Lawyers, we rise above the pack. when it comes to your total and permanent disability and compensation claims? Choose TPIL, the personal injury lawyers. TPIL Lawyers, proud partner of AFL Queensland.
AFL Nines, it's footy for best mates looking to be teammates.
Cardio fiends after a bit of competition.
Legends of the game, looking at making a comeback.
It's footy for when your week's pretty cooked, or for fitting it in between classes.
It's footy!
It's footy.
It's footy!
It's footy to me. Okay, let's give them 60 minutes of skills, fitness and fun. And let's not forget about connection. We're talking safe, inclusive and modified rules, perfect for newcomers. Okay, super kick on 3.
1, 2, 3, super kick! Woo! Yeah!
Super fun, super safe, super inclusive. Super kick, tailor-made for 7 to 12-year-olds.
Football club is very, very important in this community. Without it, there's not much else to do in such a small town.
I do believe that there's so much more to sport than just winning.
If my story says anything, it's that you don't need the experience, having the passion and having the want to see the young girls excel.
It's also, to me, a chance to give back to the community.
To find your more, visit play.afl/more to footy.
It's not just an Australian sport. There's a lot of countries that come over and create a home here that can also join in and play the sport to the fullest potential.
All the advice that you get given, it's really inspiring.
Being part of a football team is more than just a game. It's like a family.
To find your more, visit play.afl/more to footy.
Jack Esplin Oval, half-time at week 1 of the finals, and Morningside lead by 29 points. They had a dominant second quarter, 6 goals to 3 to take a commanding lead into the main break. We've been for a break, the players have been for a break, we've loaded up on dim sims, and we are back for the second half action. And, well, Nick Davis, do Surfers Paradise have anything to offer in this second half?
Well, Jack, I absolutely think they do. We saw glimpses of it, but it's going to have to be led by their senior players. We've seen Zach Smith in the ruck. He started to control the contest there. He's worked out how to navigate Brad Hodges' impact. Ben Woodburn's really going to have to lift as well. He's so used to putting this team on his back time and time again.
While we're talking about players that need a lift, Hugh Greenwood as well, he's had enough of the football but hasn't done much with it. For such an experienced core midfield, they've been beaten up inside.
Yeah, they have, Jack, but look, this is the champion team. This is a team that was there on the last Saturday of September last year. So let's hope they can find something, arrest this Panthers momentum, because we saw the Panthers walk out and they were full of steely-eyed determination. So they're going to have to lift big here, but Jack, that's what finals is all about. As you said, a home prelim on the line. Let's get this underway.
Zach Smith and Brad Hodge to do battle. Hodge wins it down. Woodburn just poked it forward. Oh, big contest in the middle. It was McDonough and Tanks laying a solid tackle. That was Carrigan who gets up, and I'm surprised he's walked away so sprightly. Ball back in action. Greenwood trying to extract it. Batoli Simmons ripped off it. That's holding the footy. Doran takes the advantage. Inside forward 50. Kennedy has marked 40 metres out. Around 15 metres in from the chalk. And the wind has just died down a little. So you'll need to start it out to the left and try and bring it back towards the right.
Well, if he can do the same by foot as he just did in the air, he read that perfectly. Good separation from his man and took it at the apex.
So Joe Kennedy, this is a big kick for the Demons. Can they make the perfect start to the second half? In he comes. He does start at left. It's holding. It's holding. It's through. Demons get the first of the third quarter. Joe Kennedy gets his second of the day. Badly needed goal and a classy finish.
Well, that's important stuff there. As I said, we can't just rely on the senior players too. It's got to be every man right now. Don't want to have to go the long way through the final series. But you can't let one bad quarter of football ruin your entire campaign. And that's the start they were looking for. Woodburn was good out in the middle as well. The Panthers, at the same time, cannot allow any complacency. The Demons will be kicking into the wind this quarter. So it's probably blowing towards the forward pocket on the broadcast side of the post, the left of your screen, as the ball goes up in the middle. Just hung in the air there, borderline uncontested, but Smith still ends up with it. Just gets a tumbling kick going forward. Good body work. As Arnold looks in the middle, spots up a man, did it well, held his body. Kicks now to the hot spot. There's a good lead coming out.
Waters.
That was deadly stuff. Waters. And now, with that wind behind him, appears to be backing himself. We're kicking for about 55, Jack.
Well, Oscar Tanks, he is up there in the best on-ground calculations. He's been fantastic. He's kicked 2 goals himself, and that with a cruise missile through the middle of the ground to hit the chest of Waters. And Waters, as you said, he's confident.
Well, we have to aim towards that right goal post. Waters backing himself from 52 metres out. He's got the distance.
Hasn't he given that a hoik?
Well, that swung, and it swung hard, and one behind. So 10-5, 65 Morningside, 6-5-41. 4 goals in it. We've played just under 3 minutes in this third term.
So Broadbent to bring it in. We'll go around the grounds and check out some other scores. Broadbent kick is wide, out on the full. Unforced error there. And taking the free kick will be Rolls. So Rolls, he runs around. He's 60 from home. Spearing ball inside forward 50. Big Shaq. Well, Big Shaq almost took out one of his own teammates, and Broadbent as well from Surfers. And McLeod from 47, 48 metres out, 45-degree angle. this for the response. McDonough runs around the back. Well, McDonough's got plenty of space there, but Big Shaq says, no, this is my moment, son. Sit down. In he comes. Will take his best. He'll have to start it out to the left. Oh, wow, that is held well in the breeze. He's put it through. What a kick by Shaq McLeod. Has roosted that one all of 55 metres. And Morningside hit back in the margin, back out to 30 points.
Well, they capitalise on that unforced error, Jack. An absolute piss missile onto the big chest of Shaq. You heard it hit the ribs from here.
Boom. We love Big Shaq.
So they got the response they
He's
needed.
one of our favourites.
Back to that 5-goal margin. So as you mentioned at half-time, Jack, Surfers line up. They need to get themselves sorted out in the middle of the ground. Just see him repositioning. Vitali Simmons. Outside position. Woodburn gets to run around, but he's chopped off. Holby's got the kick away. Quick, slick hands through to Greenwood. You mentioned he needs to get industrious, and he is. Just found the right option. Over to Leah Campchi. Not quite the ball that was wanted. Fumbled out of the hands, but they still keep it going, the Demons. Big, long ball. That was a lot better. It's McGuinness. Probably too far out to score, looking for a runner. The lead comes a little bit too early. He's still backing back. So he goes to the danger zone. Everyone flies out of it, falls and drops in the hands cleanly. Joey Kennedy has already hit the scoreboard. Kick around the corner. Will it drop? Too short. Desperate defence there from the Panthers.
So Greenaway getting back on the goal line. Called to play on now. He'll move it towards the broadcast side to half back. Hodge came in, couldn't affect it. LB Jones took a good mark. Around 70 from home, LB Jones. Called to move it on now. A lot of players back in that forward 50. He kicks to a contest. Big fly, Kennedy over the top. Well, the man in front has claimed it.
Stole it from him.
Well, the man in front who has taken the mark, Joe Kennedy, came from the clouds. He had a great piece of it and has been robbed of his mark. So this is a big kick in the context of this game. He'll kick it from around 35 metres out, and that is a good-looking kick off the boot. Has put it through. So they hit back once again, Surfers Paradise. And that's a big finish. I do believe that's Oscar Wood, who's had another... We've had a few jumper changes out there.
Yeah, playing shenanigans and silly buggers with us, Jack.
So Wood, who did start in the number 7, has moved to the number 10. Well, Joe Kennedy has had Mark of the Year stolen from him.
We'll go back to the replay of that. It's grand larceny, Jack.
24 points is the margin, and, well, they just keep hanging around like a house guest you can't get rid of.
Oh, my God, we've given you so many hints. Go home. The pyjamas are on, Jack, but they're not getting the message. They ball up again in the middle. That man Wood, he's doing good in the contest. Little toe poke forward by the Panthers. He's just hurried along with his own momentum. Force to the front of the pack there was Perslow. Ball still alive. Oh, he got away with that one, Baxter Ellis. Little chip forward. Buzzer, more agile than all of them. Kick around the corner.
Waters.
Oh, no. TW Sharon does him in.
Got the wrong un. That is a massive off break.
Oh, well, the goal square looks like day 5 in Mumbai, and that's why. Little hand out wide, and now the Demons can escape out the far side of the ground. Long to the wing. Just couldn't quite bring it down the first time. Kane Gordon still through. And holding the ball, says the umpire. Incorrect disposal. Oh, wild 30 seconds of footy. And it's going to be launched back in by the Panthers. Along the hot spot, Buzzer. He's doing some wrestling. Another big fight in the back of the pack. But they've got away. Shaq, right foot ball. Got it. Shaq got 2 1/4. And he's 3rd for the game.
Well, two Panthers staying down, Coleman and McLeod. They could have raffled it. McLeod gets the honours. Kicks his third. And this margin that has just been yo-yoing in this quarter. 2 goals apiece in the quarter. And 31 points is the difference. So we'll go around the grounds in a moment. With, you know what, now being a great opportunity to go around the grounds. In the other games, Redland Victoria Point hold a 45-point lead over Aspley. Labrador and Broadbeach by 3 points. Up on the Gold Coast, it is Palm Beach 78 points in front of Maroochydore in this game. Morningside lead by 31 points as they come towards half forward. Tanks putting his head over the footy. Did well. Beat a couple of tackles. Still going Tanks. Almost his full quota. Kicked it towards the outer side. Running back with the flight of it. That's a good mark taken by Pearce. Pearce wants to move it on quickly with a long kick. Drops it to around 30 out. McLeod is there. So's Coleman. They're all lurking around and Broadbent is tackled with the footy. We'll have a ball up 30 metres out.
So forward duo there of Colin and Shaq looking very dangerous right now. They'll be on the move. Good ruck work there by Hodge, brings it to ground. And don't forget Castle, he's down there too. There's a scrummage. Erupts in the pocket. Morningside set there. Forward defence. They got the win, they got the tails up. They won't be letting this footy out. Vitali Simmons overruns it. Quick kick came out. They're about to pounce on this one now. Demons have to be good. Little ball shoveled out. McDonough's waiting in the wings. He gets on that left foot. He just skies it up in the air. Surely it's not coming back. Demons rushing. And well, it was a safe option, but it wasn't a confident one. Punched over the line and a boundary throw in. Only 10 metres out from the Morningside goal, Jack.
I know there's still plenty of time left to go in this one, but you think if Morningside get one more and a margin becomes close to 40 points, it's going to be almost as good as game over. So the Panthers deep into attack. Hodge just got rid of his man in the ruck, couldn't get hands on the footy. And another stoppage as Castle is wrapped up by Leah Campchi. Just inside the forward 50-metre arc. Panthers leading by 31 points, 11 minutes gone, and TPIL Lawyers QAFL Finals Football Week 1. And another stoppage to come, so this game just entering a little bit of a lull period with lots of numbers around the footy, and the off-play umpire has picked out a free kick. Which way will this one be going? It is going to Oscar Tanks from Morningside. Well, please tell me what that is for.
I'm sorry, I can't.
Well, if you don't know,
he called it a long way away.
He called it from a long way away. So if you don't know what it's for, you shouldn't be paying it.
I'm going to guess holding off the ball. So he's sitting on that side of the contest.
Well, this is a kick with big repercussions as Tanks chips it into the pocket, and it's been marked on the boundary line, just inside the chalk. It is Perslow who's taken the mark. Had a jumper change earlier in the match. Big Kai Perslow. This will be a difficult proposition for the big man. We'll have to run around and kick it on that right foot, around 20 metres out. He comes around now. Does he get the bend on it? Oh, the reaction tells the story. Margin out to 37 points. No. So Perslow celebrated. The goal umpire said, no, you don't. Well, they were convinced that was a goal. It must have travelled right over the top of the goal post. Our vantage point not the best here to see how it went through. Umpire said behind. Give the benefit of the doubt as Tace gets smashed in the middle of the ground. Advantage not paid. You take over, Dickie, because I have no idea what's going on here.
He just got absolutely ragdolled in the ground. Oscar Tanks, that's a second movement. That sling of the tackle. Correct call. But you're right, a little bit decorum just lacking at the moment from both sides. It's a bit wild, but so is this man. Kicks around the corner. Coleman! Drop short. Front position. Everything going the Panthers' way right now.
Big Shaq.
Oh, he comes up big and at this time of year, and he's going around the corner too, Big Shaq. Well, Jack, when we started watching him a couple of years ago, we knew he could be dangerous in a game like this. He was ready-made for the big occasion. And Big Shaq, He does big things, including putting through his third of the quarter, fourth for the match. That's quick maths to Big Shaq. Now, wild few minutes of football there. Hayden Batali-Simmons comes to the bench. But just composure lacking, and maybe a bit of luck there as well, Jack. I thought the footy gods had just evened things out there for Surfers with that kick around the corner from Perslow.
Well,
but exiting D50 has just been a bit of a struggle. Morningside have set up their zones so well. They are refusing to give Surfers the corridor. They've been pushing them wide, and then they've been burning them back again on the inside. And it looks like a mighty mission for the Demons if they're going to get close to going near this game.
Hodge won the tap out. He managed to get on the boot through Holby. Here's Woodburn beating a couple of tackles. The kick inside forward 50. It's wide of Snowball. It just bounces further away. This might end up being a lasso rule free kick. It's hit the boot there of the man in Greenaway for Morningside. So in the end, a lucky free kick for Surfers Paradise as Kennedy kicks it to the hot spot. Flying for it was Gordon from 2 back. Couldn't take the mark. Nelson was ripped off it. They're still going at the footy. Eventually we'll have a ball up as King and Tanks get tangled up behind play. So Hodge up against Greenwood. Snowball bouncing around in there. He can't work it free. Another stoppage. 38 points is the margin. Morningside going like winners at the moment. Here's Snowball trying to tap it forward. Woodburn Tank sees it across the line. Another throw in.
I can feel the desperation now starting to come from Surfers now. It's going to be a matter of not doing anything silly because they now know they have to throw everything at this. You won't see complacency coming from Morningside. They'll keep their foot on the pedal. But the Demons, I can just sort of feel a bit of a shift. The ball's going to drop short. Good punch. Okay, from Greenwood. You wanted him to go into this contest, and here he is again. Greenwood, little hands around, couldn't find the targeting. King wrapped up in a strong tackle. Vivas Brown does the job. Forces the ball up. 25 metres. May as well be directly in front of the Surfers goal. Down by 38 at the moment. It's a long way home. Hodge used the body well. But he was smart about it, Greenwood. Use that experience. And they'll be happy to keep wrapping up this ball. Keep the pressure on, phase by phase. They want to build towards something.
Hodge up against Greenwood. Greenwood still burrowing away. That's about 6 stoppages in a row.
They won't mind.
As this clock continues to tick. So Greenwood fighting out of his weight category against Hodge. Hodge wins it down. Luxton can't get boot on ball. And another stoppage.
Now it's the first time I've seen Hodge's eyes go towards his ruckman. So Greenwood is in his head right now.
Hodge wins it down again. Here's Tanks. Couldn't get a clean handle on it. Kennedy trying to pick it up. Carrigan, slick hands off the deck. Went looking for Doran. Couldn't find him. Outside of the boot from Greenaway. Broadbent went back with the flight of it. Here's Jewell. Kicked up towards the 50. Over the head of Snowball. Oscar Tanks lurking out the back there. What a game this man is having. He's right up there in the calculations for mine. As he signals long. Opts to go long. Close to the boundary line. Broadbent set himself for a fly. Perslow came in front. Managed to knock it across the line. We'll have a throw in.
So they survived that Morningside. And they did it with aplomb. Didn't lose their cool there. Now Morningside are just tracking some numbers down. He's going to go in again. Smith returning to ruck duties. And he likes this matchup. He's done well, but he goes to ground, not where they need him. Panthers go forward again through Tommy Horn. Bangs it long in the buzzer direction, holds front position. It's going to be roved here. Here comes Baxter Ellis. Baxter inside, outside, takes a bounce on the left, swings back round on the right. Handball towards the forward pocket. Needs a man, hasn't got one. Oh, that was a risky hand pass, but it was in the D50. So we're going to have a throw in. Great crowd in. This last weekend of August, first round of finals. The great suburban footy grounds. They'll be enjoying what they're seeing here, the Panthers faithful. And they've got 1 foot in a prelim final.
So ball allowed to bounce. The two ruckmen nowhere near it. It comes back. Coleman managed to give it to Horn. Horn was out of play though when he kicked it. So throw in just inside the 50-metre arc. As the wind has died down a little in this quarter. It was raging in the first half. As a calm comes over Jack Esplin Oval. The home fans, they're very happy. Their side leads by 38 points. Waters won it down, and another stoppage. So both sides throwing a lot of numbers around the footy here. Maybe as fatigue comes into this game, they're just content to play the trench battle game. Smith took it out of the ruck. Didn't get a clean disposal. That's holding the footy. The Morningside to take the free kick. Around 55, 60 metres from home. Blake Coleman, the man with the free kick in the 23. I feel like something fancy could be coming up here. Here's Coleman. Sets this one up into the pocket and allowed to have a clean run and jump at it. And the mark has been taken by Buzzer. Well, that's poor defending because it was just lobbed up there. And Buzzer just able to go and have a run and jump and launch at the footy. So Wiley Buzzer will have to kick this one from 30 metres out, right on the chalk of the boundary line. This one to push the margin into the 40s. He's going with the drop punt off the outside of the boot. It fades across, knocked away from McLeod. Ball out of play, and actually not a bad result for Morningside. They get to lock the ball in the forward 50 for a few moments longer and continue on bossing this game. Surfers look devoid of answers at the moment.
Poor time, the wind had just swung around there. You're right, not out of danger at all. Smith just goes with the big fist there. I'd say borderline deliberate, but I don't think ruckmen mean anything. So he can escape there with plausible deniability. But you're right, they protected that space really well for Buzzer there, and especially with the wind, how it was setting, you can't give him that pocket. Too easy for Buzzer, but I've really liked his game today. Doesn't have to hit the scoreboard to make impact. Buzzer gets that hand down. Again, they're just working them. Somehow gets that footy back again. So I got a couple of efforts, but this bounce might go up as well. Panthers players roving everywhere. Who's going to be clean with it? DCR appealing for the free kick. Kick around the corner. Guess who?
Big Shack.
Minor score, Big Shack. Through for a minor score. 13-8-86, Morningside. Service Paradise 7-5.
Awful kick from full back.
The wheels might be falling off here, Jack.
Has ended up in the arms of big Harry Arnold. And have a look at this. As a man that looks like he has a cannon for a boot. Off the one step, sets it up into the pocket. Pack forms, knocked away. Here's Luxton. Took on the tackle of DCR. Escorted out across the line. We'll have the ball in 40 metres out. Morningside, they have had the ball under lock and key in their forward 50 for what seems like an eternity. And they lead by 39 points. Smith gets front position on Buzzer, took it out of the ruck, and then Buzzer with the old prison move, pulled the jumper over his head in the tackle. That was good work. Umpire saw the funny side, called a stalemate. Waters wins it out of the ruck, tapped it into the path there of Waters still going at it. And another ball up. Geez, we've seen some stoppages in this third quarter.
So your prison moves, I keep getting strangled by my headphone cord because I keep standing on it.
Sorry, boss.
Ball goes long, the half-forward flank flies across. Mark well taken by Wood. Goes over the top. Woodburn comes in as well. So does King. But it was nicked out of their hands by Greenaway. He gets over the top to McDonough. They're running now to Dawson. Kicks long back inside. Great vision. Sensational vision. And Batoli Simmons. Well, they are in control of their ball movement here. Batoli Simmons just going to look wide. I'm going to set this up. Does not quite get the bounce he wants. Oh, no. Oh, that's a lasso right there. And Surfers Paradise via Chapman. They're going to have to send this one back in to the hot spot. They've got a man down there, but it's punched through.
Liam Dawson, he's been doing it at this level for a long time. one of the great QAFL defenders, gets back there to help out. Punch it across the line. 38 points the margin. 86 plays 48. Garrett McDonough, the snow-haired bandit, took some damage in the first half, had that hamstring tightly wrapped just before halftime. He kicks it out wide, bounces in front of Nice. Good pickup. The handball not as good. And now kicked forward there by Rolls. Bounces in front of the man there. Rolls got it back in board to Pearce. Pearce now back to Rolls. Rolls kicks up the line looking for Batoli Simmons. Strong mark just inside the boundary line. Hayden Batoli Simmons hasn't got anything inboard, so he'll have to kick it long to a contest up the line, which he does now. This one to around 60 metres out. Purslow managed to knock it away. Morningside have some crumbs at ground level. Ball comes back to Purslow. And now here's Holby swinging around on that right boot. Gets it to the top of the square. One-on-one contest. Buzzer!
He swung him into position.
Wrestled Tarlington out of the way and took it on his chest. Big Wiley having some moments in this third quarter. Former Cat, former power player, runs around and has kicked it. Oh, he didn't.
He put two hands to his face.
Yeah, I thought he'd missed it with a reaction like that.
He's a complicated man. But I will say
maybe he's got surfers 1-39. As the margin goes into the 40s, 44 points.
Tristan Holby, that right foot today, it's been incredibly damaging.
He's had some launches.
Well, in a red time now in this third term, you probably don't see the Demons mounting a comeback. But for the sake of TSL, we're going to try and tell you that there is. So what can they muster here? Maybe another couple just before three-quarter time as the Rucks go at it in the middle of the ground. Smith's doing well. Castle holds his man. We're going to have another ball up. That wind has also been relentless today, Jack. Still blowing at us. Giving Wally Buzzer the assist, so he wouldn't mind that. It's Woodburn, who has been well held today. Wrapped up.
What a pale operator, Ben Woodburn. You reckon Woodburn gets sunburn?
Even in July, my friend. Even in July.
It's a bright day.
So here comes Smith, just going, my turn now. Long to the forward line, a good wrestle. Oh, that's real wrestling, but floating across just in time is Liam Dawson. And he'll be happy to hold it up. Oscar Woods stands guard. No rush at all from Dawson. Chip it wide. This man over the top, caught under it was Bert Simmons. Now, that was well read, just caught up in the wing, caught flat-footed. The Demons not wasting any time. DCR chasing, DCR tackling, DCR receiving a free kick. Just got caught in two minds there, and he corralled him beautifully. Now looks back inboard. Tristan Holby, he's going to go onto that right. Starts to run up now in the buzzer direction, works his man. Tried to make the run from behind. Woodburn, hands over the top. The D's just shoveling it around, trying to find that way forward. The Panthers' defence has been so good. But that man, Dawson, in fact, he did it well. He worked his man well. They were holding each other. But he just had the drop on him. So the Panthers go forward again, courtesy of Dawson.
Dawson sticks the right foot into it. Big pack forms and it's punched across the line. 27.5 minutes played in this third quarter. Morningside have kicked 4 goals to 2 to stretch their margin out to 44 points. And they have, well, better than 1 foot, 1 leg. So pretty much their whole body inside a prelim final.
Oh, you'd think so.
Yeah. We'll take, well, minor miracle from here. Smith gets the free kick. He's been one of their best for Surfers Paradise, Zach Smith. Kicks it to King. Goes inboard, back to Smith, who had to take it at full stretch in front of Pearce.
Done in by a man half his size.
Smith gives it off. This is a running Mullane with a long ball inside forward 50. Dawson there again. Every time they've gone inside forward 50, it's Liam Dawson that seems to be there to relieve the pressure. That's a poor kick out to this broadcast side. Batoli Simmons did really well to keep it in and then try to kick it into...
He's got him! Batoli Simmons has done it in.
Tried to kick it into Doran, which he did well, and it ricocheted off the foot of Doran. That is taking the P155.
Look at the smile.
Look at the smile. Look at Cheshire Cat as Smith at half back. It's a good kick into the middle of the ground. Woodburn got rid of Tanks, took the mark, wheels around inside forward 50. The ball will bounce. It'll bounce up for Kennedy. No, it doesn't. Batoli Simmons there to grab it. Went around the corner, kicked it to Doran. At least he's given Doran a touch after stitching him up moments ago. Greenwood, handball off to Leah Campchi to the top of the square. Wood couldn't take the mark. Here's Carrigan coming in and Snowball taken high. Will get the free kick.
Yeah, well done, Snowball. Low to the ground, launch back up.
Well, he's tried hard, Snowball, from limited opportunities. Can be tough in a side that's getting beaten to play that small forward role. But he's done well. He's put plenty of pressure on. And this one will be for goal number 2 from directly in front, 20 metres out. Shouldn't have too much trouble with this one. So watch him miss. Now they've put a Moz on him.
How dare you.
Stutters in, kicks it, and has put it through. So something to cheer about for the Demons on the eve of three-quarter time. Lucas Snowball has goal number 2.
So just a touch under 2 minutes now left in this third term. Panthers making some rotations. They're managing this game well. As I said, saw a couple of injuries early on to the Demons too, which has likely had some kind of sway in this game. Donner appears to have completely run out that cork already. The man is built different. But just enough to keep servers within touching distance, albeit an uphill battle. But let's see what they're capable of. Or do you just put the cue back in the rack, Jack, and focus on next weekend's semi-final? Likely played down there at Surfers Paradise. Well, they go up in the middle. What can they muster here? Just stolen out of there by Tommy Horn. Lifts their hands off. Over to Holby and a good mark out in front. Oh, we got man down everywhere. Just took a punishing in the middle there. Regardless, Matthew Waters has the footy in hands.
Big Muddy. Was, I think Oscar Wood down behind play.
Caught one in the ruck there. So with this breeze, it's just swirling a little bit, but still blowing strong. Just needs to get this one up in the wind, as old Muddy. So again, we'll be kicking probably from the edge of the square. The distance shouldn't be a problem. Let's just see which way the ball swings. Gets onto the right, comes around well. He's kicked a tornado. Buzzer gets first hands to it. They've got the numbers at the fall of the ball. A little bit too much heat on that hand pass. Holby gets back on that favoured right foot. Chips it up to the hot spot again. Have they got the numbers? They all fly for it. Demons first hands the footy. Head high contact, Demons ball.
Well, I love that everyone had gone back to the goal square, that there was this massive gap of land, about 30 metres of space, which the ball dropped into.
And Jack, real estate in this part of Brisbane, pretty expensive.
Kick comes up the middle. Callanan couldn't mark. Here's McDonough. Ball doesn't sit nicely for him. Perslow picks it up. From one step on the right, it's a high ball. It's out on the full. Never had the accuracy. It's away from the outstretched arms of Big Shaq. As LB Jones to take the free kick. 32.5 minutes gone. We've got 2 footies on the field. Jones chips it into the opposite back pocket to Broadbent. There's the siren at three-quarter time. Morningside hold a commanding 38-point lead as they look to head to a prelim final. Surfers Paradise will, well, they'll need everything they've got in this last quarter. We'll take a break on TPIL.
Visit play.afl/more to footy.
got a handball away. Perslow trying to work it free. So's Greenwood. Bloody dusty in the middle of that ground.
Oh, yeah.
Eventually, Surfers bring it out towards half forward. That's a good mark taken. It's Lawrence King, who we haven't seen much of. King will chip it forward. They've worked it to the edge of 50. Need a couple of early goals. This is Nice. Will pump it long to the hot spot. Pack forming. Couple of Panthers down there spoiled each other. Nelson just got it on the boot, kicked it out of danger, only as far as Leah Campchi. Leah Campchi at the edge of 50. Clever ball use, goes inside forward 50 to find Luxton. And Luxton from 30 metres out, about 10 metres in from the boundary line, will have a shot at goal. As, well, this is a much needed goal, just a minute into the last quarter. Michael Luxton, very deliberate approach, gets it online, but it fades with the wind. And another minor score, Surfers 8-7-55, Morningside 14-8-92. The margin is 37 points. Nick Davis.
McDonough, a strong day today, overcame that, what appeared to be a cork to the quad. Just bangs it long against the wind. Only finds white jumpers. And, well, he gets his own footy back. He likes to build up those stats, there's no doubt about it. Of course, Jack and I, you and I, judging the MVP today, you'd have to say that the man who looks like a villain in every snowboarding movie in the 90s is definitely right up there. So right now they hold quite a margin, the Panthers. So no rush to score, but just a bit of keepings off at this point. They'll control this game.
Really obscure one, but have you seen the James Bond movie with starring Pierce Brosnan, Tomorrow Never Dies?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he looks like the henchman of the evil guy in that movie.
Yeah, but how many stats?
Yeah, real East German operator.
How many kick-outs did he have in that film? Speaking of kicking out,
I think he gets done in by a giant saw.
Well, unfortunately, they're not allowed on the ground, Jack.
They're very comical.
Told Surface Paradise about a big sauce. Well, as the ball drops, Jack's getting very dangerous as the Demons. They're second guessing themselves at this point, and the pressure builds and mounts. Shaq, he smells an opportunity. They cut back inside, and he's had very clean hands today, Luxton. Looks long over the top, good vision. Just didn't attack that contest the way he needed to, Gordon. And the Panthers launch off the half-back line.
Job for you in this last quarter. Favourite Bond villain. And why is it Jaws? It's the kick towards half forward. Buzzer with the one hand. Oh, Wiley's having a day. Wheels around on that left. They go inside forward 50. Oh. Mark has been taken. Big Shaq.
Oh, Shaq for 5.
For goal number 5.
And the buzzman.
Well, Wiley Buzzer just comes off to a round of applause. What a mark. So Big Shaq from 40 metres out, tight angle. We'll put this one up into the breeze. In he comes. Oh, that is a beautiful kick off the boot. Shaq's got 5. And I'm going to call it now. Morningside are going to a prelim final.
We'll see you back here in 2 weeks' time. And if Shaq can do things like that. But he, in combination with Wiley Buzzer today, they have become an incredible duo.
Just a 1-2 punch. Reminiscent of Nick Nolte and Eddie Murphy in the classic 48 Hours.
Can we have some movie references this side of the MCG scoreboard fire, please? We're not even that old. So up again in the middle, 5 minutes gone.
If anyone wants to purchase a DVD, hit me up.
Probably a VHS. VHS DCR. He's sitting nice and close by. He's had a good day today. And Surfers, well, they'll lick their wounds. Hopefully they can manage those short-term injuries. There's some sore bodies today. They've just been completely outdone. Snowball just launches. Now, there's been a push call there in the contest. It's going the Panthers' way. It's not been an ideal afternoon for the Demons. Said a few of their guns have really stood up. So this man has McDonough. But Luxon's giving him some problems down there. Nice little chip back towards the hot spot, running towards it, reads it well. Carrigan. Well, he just had to keep his cool there. That could have swung on him in the wind. But he'll now line up directly in front, kicking from about 35 metres. Straightforward kick, but the wind's been playing silly buggers today. There's no doubt about that.
Well, let's cut it back to 37 points.
What have you loaded up on your phone?
Carrigan, that's a good finish. Kicks the goal from 40 metres out, and the margin is back to 37 points.
Oh my God, he does look like him. To everyone listening and watching at home, of course, we can't show you images of the villain that Jack just showed me for licensing reasons.
Surely we could put it in front of the camera for a second.
I feel that's illegal. I feel that's... So they do fine work here, streaming every QAFL and QAFL W game here on the AFL Queensland YouTube channel, and it can't be us to be the ones that ruin it for everyone else.
Hodge and Wood doing battle in the middle. Let's get back to the footy. It's a dusty old middle of Jack Esplin Oval, and we'll have another repeat stoppage. 37 points the margin, 6.5 minutes gone in the last quarter. Can Surfers pinch another one and give themselves some hope? The kick out of the middle. It was clean hands coming off, but Morningside have turned the ball over. Horn kicks it up towards forward 50. Castles, here's DCR. Oh, sold the big dummy. Turned back in board, kicked it into the pocket. Finds Holby, who led up at it. Holby has a man in board, says, yeah, no, this is my time to shine. He'll go back. Kick from 40 metres out, close to the boundary line. Kick one earlier in the game.
Now the QAFL W Morningside girls, they're there in that gazebo, so good spot to do in front of.
Well, Holby passes it off. Waters just floating forward. Waters will play on, go around the body with the snap, and has missed. Oh, the reaction.
Well, the Panthers girls have misled us there, but they've been enjoying their silly Saturday for a few hours now, so they're not going to be
libations.
They're not going to be the best judge of distance.
Well, the kick came straight up the middle and has been turned over. This is Arnold. So Arnold is going to go back and have a shot from inside the centre square. Well, that is all types of swagger.
No, he's running the clock at this point. I know there's still 20 minutes to go in this quarter.
15 minutes of game time to go.
I'd call that footy smarts.
As the henchman comes off the field. Arnold goes into the pocket to a leading buzzer. One-on-one contest. Wood did well enough to bring it to ground. Woodburn loops it over the top to Doran. Doran to Kennedy. Kennedy steps back in board. The kick to the point of the square finds Greenwood. Greenwood wants a runner coming past him. There's none existing, so just chips it short to Snowball. Snowball will look out wide where he's got a man on. It went over the head of LB Jones. Bounces up nicely for him. Jones goes long down the line to Luxton with a handball. Luxton's kick to the top of the arc goes over the head of Broadbent. Broadbent has to track back, picks it up, took on the tackle, got rid of him, and then kicked it up towards half forward. It was a shocking kick. Hodge, the big ruckman, leading the race for it. Fell over after the contact. Ball has gone out of play, and we'll have a throw in centre wing broadcast side. And Surfers Paradise there. Well, that's been the difference this afternoon. The ball use. They've repeatedly missed targets where Morningside have been clinical with it. And we'll have a throw in.
So, short throw in there. Sun starting to set here on Jack Esplin Oval. That was incorrect disposal. And, well, they're just going to have to run it now. Doran takes a bounce, kicks long towards the hot spot. Big front position from Gordon, couldn't quite bring it down, wrapped up in a tackle. King. Can they get a kick away here? King just sends it skyward. The wind does not want to be his friend. And that was 15 metres, says the umpire. So Surfers will have a kick on goal here. And, well, eventually, are able to bring it together. I'll take this opportunity to go around the grounds and Jack in the other qualifying final. Oh, my God, Palm Beach doing exactly what a lion would do to a kangaroo. 100 points in it at the moment. They are smashing the line, so They'll host the other prelim final.
Oh.
And Surfers, they've put one through. They will be hosting a home semi-final. So
well,
we look around.
this game not done yet. 32 points the margin.
Jack playing the Optimus card here, and honestly, I don't mind that from Optimus Prime, am I right?
In the other games, Redland Victoria Point, they lead by 33 points over Noosa. And in the Battle of the Gold Coast, Labrador, 18 points up over Broadbeach. In this one, the margin has been cut to 32 points. Surfers 10-7-67, Morningside 15-9-99. We played 10.5 minutes, so, well, if they're good enough, there is still plenty of time.
Yeah, about
They've
20
kicked the
minutes
last
to
two
go.
goals of this game, Surfers. As we've been just reminiscing on some great movies of the 90s and even going back into the 80s.
You're a time where neither you and I were born.
Live comments hopefully on this YouTube video, so comment your favourite. Greenwood putting his head over the footy. And another ball up.
He's been good today, Tristan Holby.
Kicked a massive goal in the first quarter from outside 50.
Yeah, just worked him off the ball a little bit hard there. So things starting to go the Demons' way. Not happy about it downstairs at the Panthers bench. Had a lot to smile about today. Just off bringing up the ton. So good ball from Wood. But just wasn't marked clean. They need everything to go right. Turns his man, gets back onto the right. That was clever. Floating forward, snowball. We nearly think he would have the range here, but kicks to the dangerous position, and the mark's been taken, Jack. It's not over.
Kane Gordon,
yeah, not
the
over
commissioner. That's a big mark.
That was a big reference too.
Thank you.
Kane Gordon. Well,
Sweet, just for his second, but he's had a few looks at goal. Has shown a nice, clean pair of hands.
The margin hasn't been less than 5 goals since the second term. And it will remain that way for now. 31 points in it. But this has been a pretty good start to the term. Unexpectedly, some form of crime is happening in this suburb. You thought you'd never see it. I don't think the cops come to white-collar stuff, but the Panthers, well, they're just going to bomb it to the wing, but the wind decides, oh. Now, no one got a touch on that, so Lasso, so again, here's an opportunity. Just runs it out, just broadband to that headgear, smashes it long to the top of the square. Big fly from the back of the pack, he snaffled it, no, knocked out of the hands. High tackle, surely you'd think so, but no.
Yes.
Yes!
So
If one of the umpires doesn't get you, the other one will.
So Lawrence King was the man who had his head ripped off. He, well, dropped the knees. Some would say he ducked into it. The umpire would say he was taken high. And 45 metres out, this is a massive kick.
So here he goes to keep Surfers Paradise in the game. King. Oh, look at the swing on it.
It was ugly off the boot. It was a real floaty mung of a punt.
You cannot give that ball any chance to deviate. So 30-point ball game, Jack Fulham. 13.5 gone, final term.
And Surfers, they've had the last 5 shots at goal. As Morningside bring it out. Buzzer leading up, long way from home. It takes the mark just inside the chalk. Starting to get a little bit chilly here at Jack Esplin Oval as the sun starting to set into the business stages of this one. The kick up towards centre wing. Good mark taken by Broadbent. Had his headgear readjusted by Perslow after he was taking it. Kick into the middle of the ground. Risky. Knocked away there by Carrigan. Oh, DCR got run down. Carrigan got the scraps. Kicked it inside forward 50. Gordon! Gordon's taken the mark. 30 metres out, slight angle. This to cut the margin back to 4 goals. And we still have, I reckon, over 10 minutes of game time remaining. So Kane Gordon missed his last shot at goal. Can he make amends here?
Surely the Panthers haven't put the cue in the ruck yet, Jack.
In comes Gordon. Missed it. Well, that's a big let off for Morningside. 10-10-70 plays 15-9-99.
Well, will they rue these missed chances? Time shall tell. You're right, not out of it at all. Got to set in his zone. They've got the breeze with them too. Big punch from the back of the pack. Drops. Doran, can he keep that footy in? And spilled over the line, didn't hold it long enough. Also, things are turning for Surfers, Jack.
So they trail by 29 points. The margin is down below 5 goals. Surfers into attack here. Snowball gathered close to the boundary line. Kicks at the hot spot. Gordon again. Dropped the mark. Picked it up. Went on the left. Another shot at goal. Another behind. So Kane Gordon, 3 behinds in a row for him.
Just got caught flat-footed.
Oh, another big let off. So Surfers are definitely surging here. McDonough to take the free kick. Or take the kick in fact. Finds Perslow up the middle. Wants to move it on long. Ends up going short. It was Arnold, in fact, goes back to McDonough. How often does that happen? McDonough kicks to someone out of the kick in and then gets the ball back straight away.
Well, you've got to watch the way he runs. He takes off straight away. Any forward must be so hard to keep up with him.
This is Rolls, outer side, spearing ball, goes over the head of Holby, leading the race back there for it. It was Gordon, couldn't pick it up cleanly, and will have a ball up. Morningside side of halfway, ball on the outer side. Clock becoming a factor here for Surfers, but they're making it interesting.
Just enough time to get themselves set. You'd think one more should put it to bed for good. They're going to try and make that happen. Swings it around. Holby, not on his favoured right foot. Gets the hands off now. The run's coming back. Shaq from behind. Shaq! Was nearby. As Coleman finds himself, well, he read that so well as well. Now Blake Coleman to bury this. Put this issue to bed. Right foot, one step. Oh, it was clean. Oh, it was good. And surely that does it for now. He's been an excellent clubman.
Well, that's the difference between the two sides. The Surfers had 6 shots at goal. They only kicked 1 goal out of it. Morningside go down the other end. And their first opportunity in quite a while. Put it straight through the middle. So the margin is back out to 35 points. That, as they say in the classics, would be that. Hodge back on the ground into the ruck. He'll go up against Smith. He's played 18 minutes last quarter. Definitely getting a little bit chilly here. Umpires picked out a free kick in the middle. It is going to the Panthers. Hodge to take it. No, Perslow, in fact. Perslow on the right. Kicks inside forward 50. Buzzer front position. Couple of grabs. Couldn't take it cleanly. Patoli Simmons got it off to McLeod. Screws it back to the hot spot. Blake Coleman for 2 in 2 minutes. A little bit of Wake and Blake. As the umpire angrily gesticulates for people to get out of the protected zone before he pays a 50. Blake Coleman, 35 metres out. 45-degree angle. This to seal the deal for the Panthers. In he comes, ambling in. Right behind him. Never looked likely off the boot. Minor score. 16-10-106, the Panthers. Surfers Paradise 10-10-70. The margin is 36 points.
Gardner still makes it very difficult. But you're right, Jack. It's just about taking those opportunities today. The defence now likely to lapse on those small little look-back ins. Just have to throw everything at it. And also, hope you don't do any injuries at this point in time. Smith, it's been one of their best today, but Hodge has had his number. Looks back in the Shaq direction. He gets his own footy back, runs back around, hands it over to Tommy Horn, who can launch, set sail for home. Here's your ball game. Big Tommy Horn lined that one up and put Morningside back into a prelim final. And didn't they love that here at Jack Esplin Oval as the Suns come back out. And it has shone upon this Panthers outfit. We know they know how to get it done at this time of year.
Well, with results the way they are, Morningside will go into a prelim final. Surfers, if they win the semi-final next week, they'll go on to play Palm Beach Currumbin in the other prelim final, which we know what happened last year, where they pulled off a famous upset to get through to a grand final. They go forward through Luxton. Ball bounced in front of Gordon, being one of their best down there. Gathered just inside the chalk. That's a good kick. Found Greenaway at half-back. Greenaway has Batoli Simmons down the line. Greenaway will run past with a handball. Batoli Simmons doesn't give it. Looking inboard, just running a bit of clock down. As the crowd has found its voice.
Oh, Tommy Horn comes off. That is one of the great walks in footy.
Coleman has got it over the top. The chip into the pocket. Great kick. Great kick. Found Waters. And from 30 metres out, very tight angle, Waters will take his full allotment here. And we'll go back. Hasn't kicked a goal this afternoon, Waters, but been there or thereabouts. That's a nice moment as McLeod comes from the field. Holby back on for the Panthers. They lead by 42 points. This to make it 48. We're right behind Waters as he kicks this one. Oh, it is perfect off the boot. It is a dagger into the hearts of Surfers Paradise. The coup de grace delivered by Matthew Waters. And the margin stretches to 48 points. What an afternoon on the Riverside for these Morningside Panthers as the QAFLW girls in the far side pocket.
They're having a good time.
They are loud and proud this afternoon.
Still a bit of time to play. Tick towards 23 minutes. It's a 48-point ball game. 18-10 to 10-10. As you said, Jack, we know what Surfers are very well capable of, but they've just been done in today by a superior team. And they're going to keep going at it as well. Stops. Props does well as Holby. He gets onto that favoured right foot. He loves this. Oh! Nearly got it done in front of the QAFL girls as well. So the Demons, they see an opportunity to run this out. He's going to go to Broadbent. He's just going to turn and burn. Well, he's got to be quick here. Ooh. Gets the kick away along the centre wing. Big, strong mark. Well taken. It's Joey Kennedy. He's had a good game today. Just does his man in. That was clever stuff. Big fist. And they love it on the bench.
That was good from the Admiral.
Showtime from the Admiral.
23 and 3/4 minutes gone. 49 points the margin. The Surfers threatened in the middle part of the quarter. Morningside have kicked the last three and put it to bed. Castle through the congestion. Pearce. Here's Rolls into the middle of the ground. Your man DCR taking it just forward to centre with the right boot in the buzzer direction. And Holby got up, couldn't complete the mark. Luxton, they backtrack. Here's Broadbent going across the goal face to Neese at full stretch. Took the mark. Wants to look inboard to Carrigan. Does so. Still inside the defensive 50. Running on was Chapman. Opts not to use him. They go in the Gordon direction. Ooh. Big fly Gordon. Couldn't complete the mark. Panthers at ground level. Leaving it behind there was Malikan. And we'll have a throw in outer side. As the time ticks down on this one. It'll be a big night of celebrations here at Jack Esplin Reserve. Dangerous day to be a 4X kick.
Oh, you'd think so, Jack. You'd think so. Dawson comes to the bench. Not long left in this game now. The wayward throw from the umpire. Dropped short. Hodge first to the footy. He gets swung off the tackle. Somehow gets boot to ball. Dances inside his own man. Another sling kick. All going the Panthers' way right now. Watch how this bounces. Shaq roving. Across the line, front of Broadbent for a boundary throw in. 35 metres out. They're celebrating down here on the Morningside bench. They've earned the week off. Time ticking away. Not much more to be done, really. A few players maybe just hoping to put one more through. Shaq McLeod, he's got 5. Good day for the small forwards. Just chopped off it through the hands of Melican. They've got all the numbers. King short. One's Waters. He gets it going along again. DCR roving towards that pack. It's been good today. Wrapped up.
As we go around the ground, Palm Beach lead by 87 points over Maroochydore. Redland Victoria Point, they're 33 points up on Noosa. And Labrador leading Broadbeach by 19 in the TPIL Lawyers QAFL finals footy action. And we thank our umpire partners as well, Bradnam's Windows and Doors, for their proud support of our AFL Queensland umpires. Horn trying to feed it through traffic. Surfers have it now. And back into trouble was Leah Campchi. They've turned it over. Having to stand up there, and the tackle was Mullane. We'll have a ball up just inside the arc. Morningside, they've run out this game strongly. Siren can't be too far away as Hodge won it down. And another stoppage. Almost exactly where the first stoppage took place. As the shadows grow ever longer across Jack Esplin Oval, Hodge tapped it down. Clean hands as they come out of their back half. The kick, McDonough got in front of it, beat Woodburn for the footy. Handball to Arnold, to Batoli Simmons. The kick inside forward 50, and Waters in a paddock of space by himself will go back from 45 metres out to add his first goal of the game. So Matthew Waters has been good. Marked strongly and has kicked it into the pocket. Well, they've just completely gone to sleep, this Surfers Paradise defence. So the distance to goal has improved, the angle has not, and this is Zane Pearce, who's had some nice moments running off half-back this afternoon, has floated forward for a shot at the sticks. This to add the cherry on top of a very sweet cake for Morningside. So Zane Pearce, we'll see what the young man has got. Sign winding approach, makes good contact with it, but it hung it out to the right and a minor score. 18-12, 120, Surfers 10-10-70, 50 points the margin. It's got out of hand quickly. As Broadbent with the big barrel into the middle of the ground. There's the siren. Morningside are going through to a prelim final. They have been dominant this afternoon on their home patch. They win by 50 points. Surfers Paradise left to lick their wounds. They'll have a week to regroup and go again next Saturday afternoon in a home semi-final. What an afternoon it's been. Nick Davis, your thoughts?
Oh, it truly has, Jack. Morningside just far better today. Took the most of their opportunities. They completely denied the Surfers Paradise runners through the middle, and in the meantime were able to just turn and burn through that corridor. Again, we saw players across the ground just stand up and defence through. They're young players, and those forwards that can sometimes go missing on a quiet day, but they all stood up. Darcy Cameron Reeves started really strong, 2 big goals in that second quarter. We saw Shaq McLeod amalgamate 5 goals, play a wonderful 1-2 punch along with Wiley Buzzer. That's why he's in this side. He's such a colossus down forward. Doesn't have to hit the scoreboard to have impact. But we saw just great stuff across the ground from all their players, from Hodge, the captain in the middle. And what about Oscar Tanks, Jack? This is the way he forced himself enforced upon the game in the first couple of quarters. That's what set them up. The Morningside faithful, they'll enjoy this one.
Garrett McDonough was everywhere. It was had winners all over the paddock. Liam Dawson in defence seemed to be marking everything. For Surfers Paradise, they had a few standouts on the day. Zach Smith played a fantastic game in the ruck and had plenty of the footy around the ground, but he alone could not stem the tide. Woodburn tried hard, and I like the game of Kane Gordon. Even though he kicked 1 goal, 4 at the end of the day, he had some impressive moments, took some good marks. So Surfers will go again next week, and I believe that they will be playing Redland Victoria Point in the semi-final, a rematch of last year's grand final.
Yes, indeed.
And they will have a score to settle against the team that knocked them off for the premiership last September. As the crowd here celebrates. And, well, Nick, it's our great honour to award the finals MVP of the day to Morningside's Garrett McDonough.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
The henchman was fantastic this afternoon. He was everywhere. He drove them out of defence well. He used the ball brilliantly through the middle of the ground and even snuck forward for a goal.
Well, as you mentioned towards the end there, the impact he can have, that 1-2 play that he does out of fullback to any forward defending, you're going to have to cover him. You cannot let him get his second possession running off the back 50. He's set up so many forays forward. He's going to be the man to stop as they head towards the grand final.
So that'll do us this afternoon at Jack Esplin Oval. A big win for the home side, Morningside. Win by 50 points as Surfers leave the arena. Morningside continue their celebrations. That's all for now. We'll be back next week for semi-final football, thanks to our proud partners, TPIL Lawyers, QAFL Footy. It's been a ripper afternoon. Nick Davis, thank you for your company.
Thank you, Jack Fulham. Sure, Thunder and Lightning back again. This is what it's all about.
We'll be back again next Saturday. Goodbye for now.